This is what it's all about. Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis. We are here for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. While the kickoff will be at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, I invite all of you to join us for the Saturday Sports Line, the longest running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We will find out how the Blue Jays put this week together. We'll talk with Athletic Director Mike Charcosi, several of the players from the Blue Jays that you will see on the field this afternoon. We will also talk with head coach Brett Lambert. Hey, we're going to talk with Harold Welter. He's going to tell us about those 80s teams that made it here in Indianapolis all those years ago. You will not want to miss this prelude to one of the greatest broadcasts in KVB's WKVI's history. Join us 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM, WKVI.com. We're streaming throughout the world. It is the most important day of our Indiana high school football season as we have made it to Indianapolis. Lucas Oil Stadium is where we are at, and I am with Chris McGowan, our sports analyst. We're here for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Chris, a couple quick keys to the game for the Jays today.
Hey, you're the number one team in the state of Indiana. Play like it. Just come out and play your game. Take care of the football. The turnover battle is going to be the key today. Turnover battle and field position. If North Judson controls both of those, I like their chances.
Well, Chris is going to be down here on the sideline getting all the inside access. You will not want to miss this broadcast, one of the most historic broadcasts in KVB's WKVI history from Lucas Oil Stadium. We will be going live at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Central. That's right here on 99.3 FM, WKVI.com. We're streaming throughout the world. He's going to cross the 40 to the 35-30. He's going to get the first down and more. Up the middle. He breaks away. He took it back. Oh, my goodness. Takes the snap. He throws out to the right side to number 12, who catches it. Touchdown.
Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here are the voices of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. From Liberty to Lucas, the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays take on the Providence Pioneers for a shot at immortality. This is Indiana High School football. With us today, down on the sidelines, getting all the inside information from the field, Chris McGowan. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. We welcome you to Indiana High School Football State Championship action from Indianapolis, Indiana 46225. We are back for more, set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. Well, we welcome you all the way here in Indy as we get you ready for our 15th and final football broadcast of the 2024 season. You know we have talked with head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays, Brett Lambert, during many practices and on the Saturday Sports Line, of course, each week leading up to today. But we have yet to see these Providence Pioneers from Clarksville, Indiana. When we look at Our Lady of Providence, head coach Daniel McDonald is in his 5th season leading the Pioneers. They come into this championship matchup undefeated at 13-0. You may be wondering why they aren't coming into this matchup at 14-0. Coach McDonald told me week 6, which was September 27th, they were unfortunately unable to find an available opponent for that week, so they had to wait from September 20th to October 4th. Somewhat like a bye week essentially. They started their 2024 campaign, though, at home, beating Christian Academy from Tennessee. 13-2 was the final. Then in week 2, they won on the road at Louisville Holy Cross in Kentucky, 28-14. Week 3, they hosted Madison and won 13-8. Week 4, they won against Clarksville 45-6. Week 5, they beat Charleston 42-12. Then week 6 was the off week due to not having an opponent scheduled, as I mentioned a moment ago. Week 7 on October 4th, they beat Milan on the road 35-21. Then they hosted Corydon Central in week 8, 52-21, a big-time win there. They hit the road for the final regular season game, beating North Harrison 24-0 to finish off their regular season undefeated, while also providing their only shutout all year. They started their sectional run on the road against Springs Valley, winning 35-20, then in round 2 beating Forest Park at home 31-3. In the sectional championship round, they beat North Davies 51-6 at home, becoming sectional champs for the 3rd year in a row. In the regional round, they hosted Milan and beat them again 28-10, this time becoming regional champions. Last week, they hosted a strong South Putnam team and won 35-30, becoming semi-state champs for the first time since 1993. And that right there is how the Providence Pioneers got to Indianapolis this season. They have never won a state title. Interesting to note, they have not been on the road since round 1 of sectionals either. The Panthers come into the state championship matchup at 13-0, undefeated. Looking at stats for the Panthers, they are led by senior quarterback Preston Kempf. He has completed 93 of his 156 passing attempts, averaging 90.9 yards thrown through the air per game and averaging 12.7 yards per completion. He has thrown the ball a total of 1,182 yards coming into today and has 14 passing touchdowns along with his 4 interceptions. He also leads the team in the rushing department with 1,079 yards on the ground on an average of 8.4 yards per carry and 83 yards rushed per game. He leads the team, Kempf does, with rushing touchdowns as he has a total of 18 coming into this morning's game. In the receiving category, Nick Stoner is someone Kempf likes to find as he leads the team with 416 yards received and 7 touchdown receptions, averaging 18 yards per completion and 32 yards per game. Right behind him is Wyatt Small. He has 260 yards received coming into today, averaging 13.6 yards per completion and averaging 20 yards received per game. The Panthers are averaging 33.2 points per game on offense and are only allowing 11.8 points per game on defense. We check in with our knowledgeable sports analyst, Chris McGowan, who provides color commentary on the sideline during each broadcast. It's really phenomenal. Chris, welcome to the oil can.
I tell you what, this is amazing. This is great. I've seen some people that I never thought I would see. I mean, I'm down here standing. Next thing you know, I got John Goldsberry, who played at Purdue with my brother. He's down here. His son's the quarterback for Heritage Hills. So him and I were shooting because I know him from the Purdue days when Danny was down there. So
wow.
I've seen some people that I never thought I'd see. But what a tremendous atmosphere, and Judson Nation has traveled well.
Yeah, Blue Jay Nation is here in full force, but Chris, I got to ask you, from the rundown I just gave us, give us your thoughts on Our Lady of Providence.
Well, obviously they're good. They're playing for a state championship. They beat South Putnam last week in the semi-state, who everybody had predicted would be representing the South. But again, they don't make very many mistakes. Their quarterback is very athletic. Everything goes through him. A lot of RPOs, run-pass options, a lot of speed options. So again, North Judson's going to have their hands full.
Well, you look good down there, Chris. I'm so excited. You're coming in loud and clear, no lagging as of now. So keep our fingers crossed, folks. Chris is making it look easy down there on the field. But we turn the page and look at our North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Head coach Brett Lambert is in his 6th season leading the Jays. They are the number 1 ranked team in 1A and have been looking dominant all year long as they come into this matchup undefeated at 14-0 and just off their first semi-state win since 1986. In week 1, we saw them host their historic cross-county rival, the Knox Redskins, winning big time 42-21. In week 2, Chris got front row access on the sideline and kept us informed on another huge win for the Jays over LaVille on the road, 32-8. In week 3, the shutouts began. Yes, several shutouts this season as the Jays provided Blue Jay Nation something to be proud about. But we saw them take on the South Central Satellites in week 3 on the road and win 61-0. In week 4, Chris gave us updates from North Judson as it was their home homecoming that night, Chris saw the Jays put up an impressive performance, beating North Miami 46-0. Then in Week 5, we saw the Jays beat the Culver Cavs 70-0. In Week 6, the Jays traveled to Bourbon, Indiana, and beat the Triton Trojans 40-0. Week 7, they beat another one of their storied rivals, the Winamac Warriors, 49-6. Week 8, they took it to Caston, winning 69-3. Week 9, they finished off their regular season undefeated, beating Pioneer 60-18. They started their sectional run against South Newton, winning 71-20. The semifinal round, they beat the Culver Cavs again, this time 58-0. And then 3 weeks ago, they became four-peat sectional champions, beating LaVille again, this time at Liberty Field, 44-18. 2 weeks ago, we saw them beat the Taylor Titans on the road to become four-peat regional champs. 70-6 was the final of that game. Last week, they finally got over the hump, beating South Adams in an emphatic fashion. 46-0 was the final. That is how the Jays got to Indy for the first time since 1986, as they come into this state championship matchup undefeated at 14-0 and 7-0 in Hoosier North Athletic Conference play, winning their conference outright. Looking at stats for the Jays, they are led by senior running back Cole Wilcox. He has 1,942 yards on the ground coming into today with an average of 13.3 yards per carry and 138.7 yards rushed per game on average. He leads the team with rushing touchdowns as he has 39 total coming into this championship matchup. Right behind him in the rushing department is North Judson's all-time rushing leader, fullback Brock Benson. He has a total of 1,552 yards on the ground this season with an average of 8.8 yards per carry, averaging 110.9 yards per game, and has 20 rushing touchdowns of his own up to this point. The quarterback is senior Josiah McDaniel. He is 28 for 53 on passing attempts with 685 yards thrown through the air and 7 passing touchdowns with only 2 interceptions. In the receiving category, Cole Wilcox also leads the team with 386 yards received and 4 touchdown receptions. The Jays are averaging 54.1 points per game on offense and are only allowing an amazing 7.1 points per game on defense coming into Lucas Oil. Chris, the Jays' motto has been L to L, Liberty to Lucas this year, and here we are. Only one game to go for glory. How are you feeling about this matchup for the Jays today?
I think I'm feeling pretty confident. The Jays were very excited to be down here on the field. I think, Coach Lambert did it wise last night when he had the team actually sit and watch some of that 6A state championship game to kind of let them get the feel for the atmosphere and what it's like in here when there's actually people. It's a little bit different when you're practicing out on the field and there's nobody in the stands. But to have them actually sit in the crowd last night and watch a little bit of that game, I think could pay dividends here today.
Well, we are expecting an amazing afternoon, early morning, I should say, late morning of IHSAA State Championship football action as we appreciate all of you joining us here on the Coca-Cola pregame show. Taste the feeling. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Thank you to my good friend John Thompson. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We certainly appreciate them supporting local high school sports and helping continue this tradition on KVB's WKVI. Only one injury to report right now. The Jays have had Brody Bridegroom listed out since week 5. He has been out with a right knee injury. Our thoughts are definitely with him on a speedy recovery, as that is our our Pulaski Memorial Hospital injury report. Stay tuned. We're going to hear from Brett Lambert of the Blue Jays and Daniel McDonald of the Panthers after the break. That's in the KVB Coaches Corner. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This is Brett Lambert, head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Stay tuned for more Blue Jay football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible healthcare experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
It's time to hear from the coaches in the KVB Coaches Corner. Here's Mitch Columbi.
I'm talking with head coach of the Providence Pioneers, Daniel McDonald. Coach, you come into this state championship matchup facing the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. What have you learned about them?
They're a really big team physically, good tacklers, very, very sound assignment-wise, and they're well coached. On offense, they really hang their hat on running the ball. They have a very potent rushing attack. Really impressed with their quarterback, Josiah McDaniel, and both of their running backs are fantastic athletes. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. They're a really good football team.
Yeah, something that head coach Brett Lambert has talked to us about is your quarterback being very, very athletic as well. What do you have to see from the Pioneers out onto the field here on Saturday?
We have to take care of the football. We can't afford to turn the ball over. We have to win the field position battle. Special teams will be crucial for us. And we have to tackle well.
What would be your message to Pioneer Nation? Big moment for you guys here at State.
This is a monumental game for all of the Providence community. We're excited to be here, but we want to bring a state championship home to Providence.
Coach, I sure do appreciate your time. Thanks for allowing me to get this phone call interview in, and good luck to you here at State.
Thank you, Mitch. I appreciate it.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina. I'm talking with head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. It's Brett Lambert. Here we are, Coach. Beautiful downtown Indianapolis. What do you know about the Providence Pioneers at this moment?
They're athletic. They're undefeated like us. They got a really good defense. And they got a really good football program.
What do you have to see from the Blue Jays? I know you guys have been practicing and looking at film. What do you know you have to see today?
We have to tackle very well today. They got a quarterback who's very active. So we got to be just great in space, great tacklers. We got to control the football. We got to get first downs, not turn the ball over, and just have our offensive line really set the tempo. Then our backs will take care of the rest.
You talked earlier this week about a sea of blue and gold. Your message to Blue Jay Nation here this morning.
Hey, be there, be loud. Just take it all in, but support the Blue Jays. We're here to win a state championship, and the crowd support could be the difference today. When these kids hear the crowd going nuts, they're going to feed off of it.
Coach, always an honor to talk to you. Go get it done.
All right, thank you.
Hey folks, Auto Park Fort LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out, because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
Time now for the keys to the game. Sponsored by the Auto Park, with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen.
All right. As we get set for Indiana High School Football State Championship action, what are your keys to the game as a Providence Pioneer, Chris?
I think for both, it's going to come down to ball control, time of possession, and it's also going to come down to turnovers. If you're Providence, your best defense is going to keep that North Judson offense off the field.
All right, now flip sides. If you are the head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays, what are your Auto Park keys to the game for them?
You got to get off to a quick start. You can't have the start you had last week against South Adams, or you're going to find yourself in a hole. And again, it's going to come down to field position for North Judson. You know, I don't think North Judson's opposed to driving a ball 90 yards, but I think they want to have short fields and maintain possession. So the turnover battle and field position for both teams is going to be key today.
That's our keys to the game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. It's now time. Sit back, pop open an ice-cold Coke and chill. The Coca-Cola pregame show continues. Our LAP Waste starting lineups are next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This is Brett Lambert, head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Stay tuned for more Blue Jay football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
Have you ever wondered how much I could sell my vehicle for? Well, Auto Park Chevrolet GMC can help with that. We're looking to buy your vehicle. It is a quick, simple process that puts money in your pocket. Stop by the Auto Park on Oak Road for one of our sales professionals to assess your vehicle and have a cash price for you in moments. If you're looking to trade, we have stacks of inventory for you to choose from, or you can walk away with a check in hand. Don't hassle with listing on Marketplace or waiting forever to sell it privately. Let us make you an offer today. Auto Park Chevrolet GMC. Check us out at www.autoparkchevroletbuickgmc.com or call 574-936-5590 or come to see us next to Walmart in Plymouth.
It's time for the LAP Waste starting lineups.
For the Panthers of Providence from Clarksville, Indiana, on offense starting at quarterback, we will see Preston Kempf. The running back is Cooper Ross. The slot back is Wyatt Small. The wide receivers are Nick Stoner and Noah Leeser. The tight end is Hudson Abel. In the trenches on the O-line for the Panthers, Griffin Tucker and Lucas Allgood are listed as the offensive tackles. George Reyes, Nino, and Zach Medlock are the offensive guards, with Austin Chanley in the middle at the center position. On defense for the Panthers, starting safeties are Wyatt Small and Lucas Mock. Starting cornerbacks are Trevor Unruh and Noah Frossard. The linebackers are Lincoln Kruer, Lucas Thomas, and Cooper Ross. On the D-line for the Panthers, we will see Griffin Tucker and Zach Medlock as the defensive ends, with Jake Glotzbach and Lucas Allgood as the defensive tackles. On offense for the Blue Jays of North Judson-San Pierre tonight, starting at quarterback, we will see Josiah McDaniel. Starting halfbacks tonight are Cole Wilcox and Grayson McDaniel. Starting fullback is Brock Benson. Starting wide receivers will be Braden Staten and Trey McGowan. Now for the big men up front, Caden Johnson and Teagan Hampton start at the tackle positions. CJ Sanchez and Harley Box will be the guards, and Cole Kozakar's in the middle at the center position. On defense for the Blue Jays, starting safeties will be Aiden McGowan and Aiden Christensen. Starting cornerbacks will be Logan Bradkey and Ethan Hack. Starting linebackers are Cole Wilcox, Brock Benson, Trey McGowan, and Grayson McDaniel. And on the defensive line, getting after it is Christian Hiddle as the nose guard, with Cole Kozakar and CJ Sanchez as the defensive ends. That is our LAP Waste starting lineups, as we will be back to get set for kickoff. Hey, you are listening to KVB's WKVI.
This is Brett Lambert, head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Stay tuned for more Blue Jay football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
One of our hometown businesses here in our area in Monterey, it's LAP Waste.
Being able to recycle is one of our main goals at LAP Waste. Being able to say that we only take about 8% of our trash to the dump is pretty impressive for us, and we hope to keep building on that.
We service an 80-mile circle from Monterey. If you have a small job, big job, or just have a one-time, we are here to make a difference in this area.
And that phone number, Kirby?
574-542-4019.
The tradition continues with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
From Indianapolis, Indiana, welcome to the Indiana High School Football State Championship between the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays and the Providence Pioneers. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. You can stay up to speed on local high school sports in your area by following us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. You can listen to us on your phone. Just go to one of our social media sites I mentioned and tap the link on our page. We are literally in the palm of your hand. Well, we are certainly proud to let you know the public address announcers today at Lucas Oil Stadium is Jeff Miller and Chad Neekum. The scoreboard operator is Rick Frank. Dave Morton. The play clock operator is Pete Olson. Our officials for this championship matchup are Justin Fall, Evan Hammond, Ryan Fisher, Chad Harshman, and Eric Kiefer. Down on the sidelines, getting all the inside information from the field is sports analyst Chris McGowan. And like I said, I am Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for Indiana High School State Championship football from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. The North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays are about to run out of the tunnel. You can tell they are getting pumped up and ready. Gold jerseys, blue bottoms, blue trim. I don't know if I've seen the blue pants in a long time, Chris. Do you remember the last time they had this kind of scheme?
Yeah, I think earlier in the year they had this scheme.
Yeah, it looks very sharp. And then we see the Providence Pioneers about to take the field here. They are in all white, top to bottom with blue numbers. They've got me perched up way high. If Terry Minix is listening, you think the nest is perched up high, Terry. My goodness, definitely should have brought some binoculars for this one up here. Way up, perched up high here, but Chris McGowan is getting all the inside access down on the field. We are so excited that the IHSAA allowed this to happen for us. This is such an amazing moment for KVB's WKVI, bringing you all the access that one could desire in Indiana high school sports. And it's in this football season we are able to have Chris McGowan down on the field amongst the players, amongst the coaches. He mentioned his brother Danny McGowan a little bit earlier. Of course, that is one of the assistant coaches on this North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jay team. Man, what a family affair it is for you today, Chris. I can only imagine how excited you are for the Jays.
Oh, I'm pumped. Yeah, I got 3 nephews. My brother's a defense coordinator. My brother-in-law is an assistant coach. I tell you what, a lot of pride right now flowing through this body.
Still awaiting the teams to take the field as there is some fanfare of Blue Jay Nation. You know they showed up in full force. They're blending in with the blue Colts seats. A sea of blue everywhere. If you look at the seats, everyone's a Blue Jay fan this morning. As we're coming up on 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central. We sure hope you all enjoyed the Saturday Sports Line this morning as we prepared you. We talked with Harold Welter as he talked about the 1980s teams for the Jays that made it to Indianapolis. We also talked with Athletic Director Mike Sharkozy. He told us the ins and outs of this week. Really kind of crazy how they had to put this week together. Most of the team, or if not all of the team, was here 2 times this week before today. The captains got an extra turn as they came back They came this past Monday. So the Jays have done things to make sure that they are prepared and they are used to Lucas Oil Stadium. They practiced on Wednesday here. Right before that, they were at Purdue in West Lafayette. They practiced inside one of their practice indoor facilities. So the Jays have taken steps to make sure that this is not a shock. They wanted this to be their second home, and I think that that's exactly what they've done, to be quite honest with you. This has become their second home this week. They seem comfortable. They seem confident. We talked to several of the players on that Saturday Sports Line as we saluted them for becoming semi-state champs for the first time since 1986. I got to tell you, if you missed that Saturday Sports Line, please tune in tomorrow for the Saturday Sports Line replay. We always replay it every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. That's right here on 99.3 FM and streaming throughout the world on WKVI.com. Well, we see several of the players that we've talked to throughout the entire season, as well as head coach Brett Lambert. He's on the big screen. They have a message for Blue Jay Nation, along with the captains, Brock Benson, Cole Kozakar, Josiah McDaniel, and, of course, Cole Wilcox. Well, here come the Jays. They're taking the field, looking very good, like this is their home field. You can already feel it from Blue Jay Nation. This is what they have been waiting for so long. Like I said, since 1986. Wow, Chris, how did that feel?
That felt pretty good. Sorry I had to turn off my phone. I was taking some video there, which I'm not supposed to be doing, but hey, it's all good.
We're taking the liberties. As Chris always says, just do it until they tell you not to do it. Right, Chris?
Right. I got some boys in blue coming up to me, though. Let's see. I think we're good.
Well, Chris has a certain area of the field that they've asked him to stay. Of course, he will abide by those rules. We are not allowed to get halftime interviews, as the IHSAA is reserved to get their interviews at halftime, but I have been told by Jason Wiley that we are allowed to get interviews post-game. So when things go the way that we plan, Chris will be down there, and he will be able to do all the things that we've been able to provide you all season long. It is just so exciting that we are doing it here in Indianapolis. Oh, man, Lucas Oil, such a wonderful facility. Now they're going through the Providence video on the big Jumbotron here they have at Lucas Oil Stadium. They put a little video together with the coaches as well as the captains, like I told you, for the Jays. So just a lot of fanfare here this morning. It kind of prolongs the start. Kickoff was scheduled 6 minutes ago, but hey, this is state. We are on no times crunch in terms of what this game we believe will provide, as the Providence Pioneers are now taking the field. And as I said, all white with blue trim, and here they come. Such an amazing atmosphere here in Indianapolis. What's it sounding like down there on the field for you, Chris?
It's deafening, to be honest with you. I tell you what, it's kind of weird because when you're down on the field, you can't hear the public address announcer. But when you're up in the stands, it's amazing how clear it comes through. But down here on the field, it's muffled.
Yeah, we weren't able to get a crowd mic. I usually stick a mic out the window, but they've got me perched up high over here, and there is no window I could poke this mic out. So we're just going to have to go with the sounds we get from Chris down on the field. We'll make sure to keep you informed, as Keener Construction is a proud sponsor of all local high school sports. Call Chad Keen at Keener Construction today for all your construction needs at 574-806-1387. Hey, let Keener Construction build you a home today. Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local high school sports and would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home in Stark County. Call them today at 574-896-2567. Sideline Automotive is a hometown proud auto care shop, recently voted Stark County's best for tires and oil changes. Call Joe today at 574-249-5537. The captains on both teams are meeting right on that Colts helmet, center field, and we will see what happens here with the coin flip. I assume that that's already been done previously, like they do normally with the coaches before the game start. Chris, do you know that inside information on who received or who will kick first?
Providence won the toss, and they deferred, so North Judson's going to get the ball to start.
Wow. So the Jays will have it, and you know that's exactly what they want. Providence looks like they want it at the half, Chris.
Yeah, maybe try to steal an extra possession. But again, maybe try to set the tone early defensively, but you're giving a team that's averaging almost 60 points a game the ball first.
Well, we'll see what happens. Of course, Providence, they come into this matchup undefeated, but the Jays have just been dominant all year long. We talked about it in the Coca-Cola pregame show. This is the moment we have all been waiting for. I always say it, MOT, moment of truth, as we see the Jays getting ready to take the field and return this one first, as they will get the ball to start this matchup. L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication and recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. Local Union USW 9551 is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They believe in the future of these young adults and wish them luck as they take on their opponents this season. So set to kick for the Providence Pioneers is Jackson Revel, the junior, 5'8", 165, deep to return for the Jays.
Cole Wilcox and Logan Pratke.
So Logan Pratke and Cole Wilcox deep to return. I appreciate you, Chris. It's way up here. I can hardly see, but we'll see how this works out. This is going to be a lot of fun. Such a high angle. So they place it smack dab in the middle at the 40-yard line. Providence kicking left on your radio dial, and we are underway in state championship football action. Deep booming kick back to the 5-yard line, crosses the 15 to the 20, now to the 25, still on his feet, breaks through to the 35, and that's where he's tackled. Big time return there for the Jays, Chris.
Yeah, nice return there by Logan Pratke. He was one tackle away from taking it to the house, so good start here for North Judson.
Smack dab on the 35, 36, maybe the 37-yard line is where they will start. Josiah McDaniel will take the field. Man, the Jays look good with that gold jersey, blue pants. Such a good look. You got to look good to play good, they say. So here we go, Josiah McDaniel out of the gun. Sets his man in motion, takes a snap, pitch. That is Brock Benson, and he gets all the way to the 38, maybe to the 39. So a couple carried there by Brock Benson.
Yeah, North Judson doing just a test there early on to see what kind of perimeter defense Providence has, see how well they're going to set the edge. And a good job there by the defensive tackle for Providence, chasing Brock Benson down from behind.
From the near hash, ball spotted on the 39-yard line. 2nd and 8. Under center, Josiah McDaniel. Sets Grayson McDaniel in motion, takes a snap, pulls the handoff, keeps it himself, crosses the 45, now to the 50, far side of the field, 45 to the 40, still on his feet to the 35, and that's where he's brought down. Big time run, Josiah McDaniel, Chris.
Yeah, just running midline right there for North Judson. Josiah McDaniel with the great read. They took away the fullback, but they didn't take away the second option. A nice crease there for North Judson. So a big gain on 2nd down for the Jays.
Huge possession there. Play, I should say, within this possession. Now they're spotted in Providence territory right on the 34-yard line. Out of the gun, McDaniel takes the snap, keeps the handoff, and he is wrapped up in the backfield, and he will be sacked. It looks like that's number 55 for the Providence Pioneers. That's Griffin Tucker, the senior, 6'2", 260, Chris.
Yeah, did a good job there of taking away the quarterback. I think Josiah, if he had that to do over again, he'd give that to the fullback.
So they will lose.
Just a misread there by Josiah.
Yeah, they will lose 3 on that play, making it 2nd and 13. Now on the 37 in Providence territory. Under center, Josiah McDaniel. Brock Benson in the backfield. Sets his man in motion. Takes a snap. Hands off to Cole Wilcox. That's the man in motion, and he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage and will go nowhere. The Providence Pioneers plugged the hole well.
Yeah, tough treading so far here early on for North Judson up middle.
We've seen some plays this year work, that sweeping toss out, Chris. Usually a big play for the Jays. We've seen it somewhat yet, but not like we're used to seeing quite yet. Third and 12. Ball on the 36. The Jays need this one. Out of the gun, McDaniel takes a snap, pulls the handoff, keeps it himself, does not use the option, and he will be tackled in the backfield. The Providence Pioneers defense held strong, and they will make it a 4th down on the Jays here in Providence territory.
Yeah, North Judson actually going to punt here, going to play the field position game.
They're going to try to pin the Pioneers deep in their own territory. This will be punted. Spotted on the 37 as he takes the snap. Punt high, and it will be fielded at the 5-yard line. Here come the Pioneers crossing the 10, now to the 15. Flag flies, still on his feet, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 26-yard line. We'll see what the laundry means.
I'm going to say there's going to be a hold against Providence, so that'll be half the distance from the spot of the foul.
So it will be on the Pioneers. Spot of the foul will push them deeper into their own territory. So this is the first time we will see quarterback Preston Kempf take the field. Of course, he is one of the main key pieces on this Providence Pioneer team. Very tall, very strong, very athletic. He is 5'11", the senior, 170. So deep in their own territory, this will spot the ball on the 4-yard line. Great job by the Jays to pin him deep, Chris.
Yeah, now the defense has got to step up and make some plays here and force a 3-and-out and flip this field position.
Kempf, he's going to take this under center. Twins to the left. Takes the snap, pulls the handoff, keeps it himself. Near sideline, and he will go out of bounds. A couple of Jays were there to bring him out. They'll spot it at the 11-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 3 coming up here. 7 gained on that run, Chris.
Yeah, again, North Judson there. Providence flipped the strength there, and North Judson, I don't think, adjusted properly to the strength and allowed the quarterback to get outside.
2nd and 3, ball on the 11 in Providence territory. Kempf out of the gun, sets his man in motion, takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw. They call the play dead. Someone moved early.
Yeah, false start there on Providence, on the Pioneers. So it's going to back them up 5, so it's going to be 2nd and 8 now.
So things like this only help the Jays here and hurt the Pioneers. As it's now spotted on the 6-yard line, 2nd and 8. Kempf will take this under center from the near hash, going left on your radio dial. Takes the snap. Tries to hand off. Ball's loose. The Jays pounce on it. Touchdown, Blue Jays! Kempf tried to hand off, and it fell to the floor. He picks it up and scores. Who was it, Chris?
Looks like Caden Johnson, 71, I think, was Johnny on the spot. But I tell you what, the front 3 of North Judson there did a good job of attacking that mesh and blowing it up, and that forced the turnover. I think it was C.J. Sanchez tackled both the quarterback and the mesh. It was Grayson McDaniel.
Grayson McDaniel, number 21, picks it up into the end zone. C.J. Sanchez caused problems. Kempf didn't like it. Ball comes loose right on the artificial turf, and now the Jays are going for 2, baby. Under center, it's just Cy McDaniel. Sets his man in motion, takes the snap, toss out. Cole Wilcox, here he comes, and he's met by Pioneers. They are not going to get it. They read the play well. You can tell they have been preparing for that play, Chris.
Yeah, the wide toss, again, Providence very, very disciplined defensively here early on.
So a big-time swing. What a moment there for the Jays. They pin the Pioneers deep in their own territory, and it works out in their favor where normally, Chris, that is 4-down territory for the Jays. Smart decision by punting.
Yeah, again, I think Coach Lambert, he might have been listening to our pregame speech about field position being key.
Absolutely. And what an opportunity for the Jays. They pounce on it. They will lead here in the state championship 1A game 6-0 here with 8:20 to go in the opening quarter. Randall's Funeral Home of Hamlet and Coons Lake have been proud supporters of local high school sports since 1952. Contact them today at 574-867-3321 for Hamlet or 574-586-2120 for Coons Lake. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and helping continue this tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. It's been since 1986 where WKVI was here in Indianapolis for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. They unfortunately fell that year. We are hoping to make today different and bring a chip home for the Jays. We hope the Jays can do it for Blue Jay Nation. Not only are the fans of Blue Jay Nation parents and the students and the staff, you can tell from around the country that Blue Jay Nation loves their Blue Jays, especially former players. They want to see this happen today, Chris. You can tell it was a collective of all the history behind them, not just the last few years, students and staff. It was a collective. Everyone from the past has come together for this moment.
Yeah, I mean, there's a sea of blue over here, and you're right. They're all mixing in with the blue seats in the stadium. But, again, just it's loud over here, and I've actually, Mitch, if I didn't know any better, I think I heard some cowbell on that touchdown. I think some of the fans were able to sneak in those noisemakers.
Well, they're following suit. Just do it, like you said, Chris. Just do it until they tell you not to. Don't ask the questions you don't want the answers to. Just do it, and we'll find out later.
That's right. Just do it until they tell you no. Exactly.
Oh, man, what a big moment it is for the Jays now. We'll see what they're able to do defensively. This is the part where the Jays have done well. Logan Pratke, the last few weeks, has shown us special teams are special for the Jays. They are squibbing. They are onside kicking. They are throwing teams off, and we'll see what Logan Pratke does here. Deep to return is number 7 for the Providence Pioneers. That's Preston Kemp, of course, as Logan Pratke will squib it. Back to the 20, picked up, crosses the 25, now to the 30, now to the 35, still on his feet to the 40, cuts back up to the 50, and he's tackled at the 49 in Blue Jay territory. Big time return for the Pioneers.
Yeah, nice return there. I don't think Pratke expected that ball to go that far, so I don't think he wanted to actually kick it to the 2 return guys. So may have to make an adjustment the next time North Judson kicks off.
Yeah, didn't quite get the bounce that we're used to seeing, and that might be a play on the artificial turf. It just might not bounce the same as a real grass field. So it's interesting. They have to play with the elements here. Even though we're indoors, it's a little bit of a different change of pace, so to speak. So from the Blue Jays 49-yard line, it's 1st and 10 for the Pioneers. Preston Kemp out of the gun, sets his man in motion, takes a snap, steps back, looks to throw, pump fake. Now deep ball near sideline. Almost intercepted by number 33. That's Aiden Christensen. He had it in his hands, Chris. It almost looks like the route wasn't quite what Kemp thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I think the receiver ran a go route there, but I think he was a little too wide. Kemp thought that ball was going to be the receiver was going to be more to the inside, more inside the numbers on the hash, but the receiver was outside the numbers. So got away with one there because, Aiden Christensen almost made a pick.
Under center, 2nd and 10. Ball on the Jays 49. Kemp turns around, toss out. Here he comes, number 21, cuts up to the 40, near hash, 30, 45, I should say. And that was number 21, as I said, Lincoln Kruer, the junior, 5'9", 170. Toss out play there, Chris. So now 3rd and 6. Ball on the 45. Jays defense holding strong, trips to the right. Kemp out of the gun, takes the snap, rolls out to his right. Here comes Wilcox after him, crosses the 50, gets rid of it, fires, wide open, gets it to the 25 to the 20, and he's tackled at the 16-yard line. He found his man, he rolled out to the right and got him. Number 4, that's Gabriel Bermudez, the sophomore.
Yeah, right there, North Judson just needed to sit down in coverage. Got a little too aggressive, thought he was going to throw it short. The receiver just sat down behind the defense, the second layer, and Kemp did a good job of finding him on the move.
Big-time third down play for the Providence Pioneers. We remind you, they're here for a reason, too. Undefeated at 13-0, and now they are in the red zone hoping to put points on the board to match the Blue Jays. 1st and 10, ball on the 17. Takes the snap out of the gun, and we have a flag.
Another false start.
Nerves may be somewhat of an issue maybe today, Chris, knowing what's going on.
Well, I would think by now, this far into the first quarter, I would think the nerves have settled down. But again, Providence just wanting to get off the ball fast and just jumping the gun a little bit.
So 1st and 15, now it's spotted on the 22. Far hash. From shotgun, it's Preston Kemp. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Takes the snap, pulls the handoff up the middle, and he's wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think that might have been C.J. Sanchez looking over him like, where you think you're going, buddy?
Yeah, Brock Benson doing a good job of reading that open window, and C.J. Sanchez staying at home with that quarterback counter.
So the ball is spotted on the 20-yard line. This will be 2nd and 13. Just when the Pioneers think they're knocking on the door, the Jays are holding the door shut. And now there will be a timeout on the field. Head coach Daniel McDonald wants to talk this over here, Chris, as today's game is brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winamac, serving Pulaski County for 44 years. Call 574-946-6894. Ask for Howard or Dean. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and being part of this wonderful tradition. Tonight's game is sponsored in part by McGrath Refrigeration, a family-owned business since 1967, and your local Armstrong Air Dealer. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs at 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right. In the timeout here, Chris, what do you think the Panthers are talking about here?
Hold on, I'm shaking hands with some family. Just talking about making sure probably everybody's on the same page. So make sure they got the right play. They're probably talking about, hey, we got 4 downs. We're going to go for this. This close to the end zone, just outside the red zone, ball marked just outside the 20. But again, just calming everybody down, making sure everybody's on the same page, and just letting them know that, hey, we will take 4 downs if necessary.
Yeah, Chris, on the north end zone, you can tell people are pretty excited to see you down on the field, Chris.
Yeah, my phone, I've actually had to turn my phone off. It's being blown up.
Yeah.
So people wanting shout-outs and all that. Just, I'm telling you, it's been crazy down here.
It's a lot going on, folks. We're trying our best. It's hectic. You got to understand, we're nervous too. We're in the big house, so we want to make sure and provide the best product we can on the air. We're sorry if we can't get everyone that we want some notoriety. We love you all, and we appreciate you joining us here as it is 6-0. The North Judson-San Blue Jays are leading the Providence Pioneers. 6:01 to go in the opening quarter. This quarter is kind of taking its time here, Chris.
Yeah, it has. It actually, it looks like North Judson took the timeout. On the board, they've credited North Judson with the timeout.
Interesting. Well, we saw head coach Daniel McDonald walk out onto the field, and then the whistle was blown. We had assumed it was the timeout on the Pioneers, so maybe this was on the Jays here, as they will burn their first of 3 here in this half. We were able to come here yesterday and see the 4A game. The New Palestine Dragons ended up winning that game, Chris. And then I didn't stay for the end of the 6A game. Did you stay for the whole 6A game?
Yes, I did. And Westfield came up just short. Had a chance to win it late in the fourth quarter, but the last, I guess, Hail Mary just came up short.
Well, in the yesterday's morning game, Adams Central was able to become 2A state champions. You remember them last year losing to Lutheran for the 3rd year in a row in 1A. They get bumped up to 2A, and they win the chip. Go figure. Back in action, out of the gun, takes the snap, hands off, bulldozes over a Blue Jay, and he's tackled at the 13 by Brock Benson. Number 36 on the carry there. That was Cooper Ross, the senior, and now we hear from him, Chris.
Yeah, 5'10", 215-pound running back. I tell you what, these two teams match up evenly size-wise at positions. So it's kind of an interesting matchup here.
3rd and 6, ball on the 13-yard line in Blue Jay territory. Kemp out of the gun. Takes the snap, steps back. Nope, he's going to cut up himself. Quarterback keep, round the edge, and he is going to score. The Pioneers get on the board, and they will tie this thing up 6-6. And Panther Nation like that when fists pumping down below me here, Chris.
Yeah, quarterback draw, design quarterback run.
So Kemp will get the 6 points on the board, and they have a kicker, it looks like here. So they will kick the extra point where the Jays normally like to go for 2. Jackson Revel set to kick. Snap, hold, kick, up, away, and it is good. 7-6, the Providence Pioneers lead the North Judson-San Blue Jays. Quick work there. Took a little time, but once they got out of the timeout, they made it happen, so the Pioneers get on the board as we thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring today's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. Might be the first touchdown call I've ever had, Chris, where I didn't get excited. It's because we can be homers today.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We can show our Blue Jay spirit today. That's for sure.
Normally, we're covering two of our area teams. It'd be Knox versus North Judson. We would have to get excited for both, of course, because they're in our area. Or if they're playing the Culver Cavaliers, the South Central Satellites, the Winnemac Warriors, the West Central Trojans. Whenever we're covering our area teams, we have to make sure and be even and be fair and get excited for both teams when they score. But, man, kind of a bland call there as Preston Kemp gets in and makes it 7-6 with 5:20 to go here in the first quarter. So now the Jays need to respond, Chris. What do you think they're talking about here for this next offensive drive?
Well, I think right now they're making sure that the ball gets covered here on this kickoff. Nothing funny. Make sure you field the football, get as much as you can, and then offensively, though, yeah, they got to figure out how to establish the run game here. You know, they had the one big run with Josiah running midline, but everything else has kind of been stuffed by that Providence defense, that very good Providence defense.
So the Pioneers will kick. The Jays are set to return. It will be Logan Pradke and Cole Wilcox deep to return for the Jays. And set to kick is Jackson Revel. I will be honest with you, Chris, it is a little awkward up here. I don't hear anything up here. It just feels like I'm in a closet talking to myself. Normally I hear noise or I hear cowbell or something. I feel like I'm just
right. But I will say you look like an ant up.
Yeah, I am way up. Well, you look like an ant down there as the Pioneers will kick this deep, picked up by Logan Pradke, cuts to the 20, now to the far side of the field, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, still on his feet, to the 45, to the 50, and he will go.
Say stepped out of bounds.
Back at the 39, it looks like. So a big-time return by Logan Pradke.
Yeah, he fielded that inside the 1, almost a touchback, and returned it 38 yards. And I tell you what, if he doesn't step out there at the 38, I think he scores.
Pradke, one of those players we've talked about the last few weeks. He's really coming into his own. Logan Pradke, of course, is a sophomore, and he has been playing well all season long. As here we go, 1st and 10 for the Jays. Ball spotted on the 39. Takes the snap, hands off. This is Cole Wilcox wrapped up at the 50, and a big-time first down run for the Jays on that play there.
Yeah, North Judson, I tell you what, just went a gap wider there. That looked like a C gap, just a power. And a pickup of about 11 or 12 yards on first down.
Wilcox, we've talked about all season long, has provided a lot of highlights for us and excitement for Blue Jay Nation as here we go, a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the 49-yard line in Providence territory. Botch snap, McDaniel picks it up. He's going to make something out of it and get to the 46. So what could have been bad turned out okay.
Yeah, pickup of about 4 yards there on first down. So North Judson will take that. But, yeah, just mishandled the snap there and got behind his lead blockers and picked up, well, they're saying 3 on the board, but I'm saying a very short 4.
Under center, Josiah McDaniel, 2nd and 7 on the 46 in Providence territory. Takes a snap, pulls the handoff from Benson, stays on his feet. He gets past the line of scrimmage, may get a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down here. So this will be spotted on the 43-yard line. 3rd and 4. They need 4 yards here, Chris. What are you calling?
I'm going back to that power.
Yeah.
A little extracurricular activity going on after the play there. And Griffin Tucker, the solid defensive tackle for Providence, had to leave the field.
I formation. 3rd and 4. McDaniel under center takes a snap, spins around, hands off to Wilcox, and he's going to get wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. They will not get the 4 yards, and it will be 4th down here again, Chris. You suppose they punt?
Yeah, Coach Lambert sending out the punt unit here.
So unfortunate there. The Panthers, my goodness, the Providence Pioneers. I keep thinking of the Pioneer Panthers, Chris. But the Providence Pioneers, my gosh, will make the Jays punt. And there it is, deep booming punt by Trey McGowan, rolls out of bounds near the 15, maybe the 16-yard line. So not a bad punt there, Chris.
Yeah, again, North Judson showed some life there offensively, but Providence, I tell you what, they bent a little bit but did not break.
So fresh set of downs for the Providence Pioneers. The Pioneers all the way down in Clarksville, Indiana. If you've ever gone to Louisville, you've gone across the bridge. Well, you went through Clarksville, Indiana just then. So they are literally right there on the Ohio River. The Jays, as you know, way up north. Now we meet in the middle in Indianapolis, 7-6. The Pioneers lead in this one as it's a run up the middle. Not much going. I don't even think he got a yard.
They're going to say pickup of 3, actually, on that play.
Wow, so he slipped up the middle and got 3 yards. What looked like from up here wasn't much. It's 3 down on the field, and that's why we have Chris. So it will be spotted on the 19, 2nd and 7 here. Preston Kempf, the starting quarterback, all alone in the backfield. Takes the snap. Keeps it himself. Here he comes near sideline. He will get around the edge. Breaks through. Gets to the 29, and that's where he's brought down. Number 33 for the Jays. That is Aiden Christensen on the part of the tackle there.
Yeah, again, just an open field tackle. Missed there by North Judson. And I tell you what, Kemp did a good job of picking up that first down.
So it will move the chains and spot it on the 30-yard line near hash, going left on your radio dial. Under center, Preston Kempf. He'll take it, spins around, fakes the handoff, steps back, looks to throw, wide open down the middle, and he overthrew his intended target. That was number who, Chris?
Number 15.
That is
for the Panthers.
Yeah, Wyatt Small, the senior, and Kemp overthrows Small.
Yeah, Small there just running a seam route and split the 2 safeties, and Kemp just overthrew it.
So this will reset, 2nd and 10, ball on the 30 here. Near hash. They'll break the huddle and trot up to the line of scrimmage. Preston Kempf all alone in the backfield. A lot of men up front here on this one. Takes the snap, pulls the handoff, keeps it himself up the middle, and he's tackled at the 35, maybe the 36-yard line, and they like bringing in those big men on the offensive line to give him more blocks there, Chris.
Oh, yeah, they definitely do personnel groups, that's for sure. When you have 20 offensive linemen and defensive linemen listed in the program, you can do that.
Coming up on 1 minute to go in this quarter. An interesting quarter, Chris.
Has been interesting. So 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 4 here for the Jays. Big third down.
From the Pioneers, 36. Kemp takes the snap, pulls the handoff. Jays are after him, far side of the field. He will get around the edge to the 45, to the 50, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 48. So a big first down for the Pioneers, as they will cross midfield and get into Jay territory here with 52 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Big play, Chris.
Yeah, right now North Judson not being able to contain the quarterback. He's having a field day getting to the outside, getting outside that edge. So North Judson needs to do a better job of setting the edge with their outside linebackers.
Under center, Preston Kempf takes the snap on 1st and 10, spins around, hands off, and he gets maybe a couple on the carry. They actually push him back behind the line of scrimmage, but I think they're going to give him a couple. That was number 36 on the carry, Cooper Ross, the senior. So the Jays contain the middle well there, bringing up 2nd and 8 here. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. They're going to have to run another play here from the far hash. Preston Kempf relaying something to his offensive lineman here. He's going to take it under center. Ross behind him, takes the snap, pulls the handoff. Now to the near sideline, crosses the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35. Spinning out of a tackle, then he gets brought down by number 33. That was Aiden Christensen. A big first down run for the Pioneers, as this should be the end of the first quarter here. They stop the clock at 4 seconds. And now that will be the end of the first quarter. The Providence Pioneers lead the North Judson-San Blue Jays 7-6. We've got a good one here in Indianapolis from Lucas Oil Stadium. Don't go anywhere. Second quarter action on the way.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
This is Brett Lambert, head coach of the North Judson-San Blue Jays. Stay tuned for more Blue Jay football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Back in Indianapolis, Indiana, from Lucas Oil Stadium, it's the state championship as the North Judson-San Blue Jays are taking on the Providence Pioneers. 7-6. The Pioneers lead the Jays. Mitch Columbi, along with sideline sports analyst Chris McGowan. He's down on the field, folks. We are owning the space here at Lucas Oil. You're listening to the best, KVB's WKVI. Not a bad first quarter there, Chris. The Jays get on the board. The Pioneers do as well. What's the story you take away from the first 12 minutes?
And right now, this Providence defense is for real. And this quarterback, I tell you what, right now is giving North Judson fits. Anytime they need a big run, it's him to the outside. So North Judson's going to have to do something different here defensively and try to force the issue and make him cut the ball up quicker than what he is.
Yeah, that's something head coach Brett Lambert was talking about, Chris, was the athleticism that Preston Kempf has. He's shown us in the first 12 minutes, you're exactly right, the Jays are going to have to tighten things up. Now, if he gets around the edge, Chris, what is the first thing the Jays can do if he gets that past that first layer of defense? He's having fun with some Jays down on the field, walking through. Chris, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I had one of the cheer block students was asking me if they could say something into the mic. I had to give the old negative. Negative ghostwriter, the pattern is full.
Well, Chris, the question that I have here is, Kempf, if he's getting around the edge like that and he gets past the first layer of defense, what's something you're trying to tell the Jays if you're on the coaching staff? What do we have to do to contain him?
Well, maybe widen out your outside linebackers a little bit, and they got to be more forceful in setting the edge and making him cut it up to the pursuing linebackers and everybody inside. If he gets outside number 9 and number 21, the outside linebackers, it's going to be tough sledding for North Judson the rest of the night.
So now they switch sides for the second quarter. The Pioneers will be going right on your radio dial as here's the snap from the gun. Handoff up the left side. That's number 0, Kalen Sipes, the sophomore, and he'll get at least 8 on that carry, Chris.
A good read there on the RPO by the quarterback. So, yeah, pick up a 7 there on first down for the Panthers. For the Pioneers. Sorry. Now you got me doing it.
I know, it's tough. So 2nd and 3 here. 7 gained on the last play as Kempf will take the snap out of the gun. Rolls to the near sideline. Fires. Has his man at the 5, and it is complete. A big-time pass play there to number 4, Gabriel Bermudez, and they like that rollout play, Chris, to give him time to find his receivers.
Yeah, not only that, but it lessens what he has to look at. You're only looking at a half the field, maybe a quarter of the field, so it makes the reads a lot easier when you roll a quarterback out.
From the near hash, Kempf will take this under center. Ross behind him. Cooper Ross takes the snap, pulls the handoff, keeps it himself. Now around the left side, breaks the last saving tackle, and it will be a Preston Kempf touchdown. The Pioneers get on the board. It will now be 13-6 here, and Kempf is having his way in this first half.
Yeah, right now North Judson has no answer for the quarterback sweep.
So they will go for the extra point here as Jackson Revel made it look easy on the last extra point. Lucas Mock, the junior, will hold. Snap, hold, kick, up, and it is good. Making it 14-6 now. The Jays are trailing with 11:24 to go here in the first half. Culver's Portside Marina is part of this broadcast. They can make sure your boat is ready for the winter. If you need help storing or winterizing your watercraft, contact Culver's Portside Marina at 574-842-5000. We certainly appreciate them and their support toward helping continue this tradition. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local high school sports. LAP Waste is a woman-owned waste management company. Quick, reliable, next-day delivery service for dumpsters and containers. Get rid of your waste as easily and efficiently as possible. Call them at 574-542-4019 and waste less with LAP Waste. Well, you can tell, Chris, the energy's kind of died down on Blue Jays side of things. What is something you're trying to tell them if you're wanting to get them more hyped up and get going again?
No, you take this. Hey, you're only down a possession. I mean, you got to go all the way back to week 1 where Judson was down this late in the game.
Yeah.
But, again, no need to panic. Just make some adjustments defensively, how you're going to defend the quarterback sweep. And the coaches are out there talking to the outside linebackers and the linebackers and the DNs. So, again, but right now, North Judson can't go 3 and out. They got to sustain a drive here, and they got to come away with some points to get back into this game and give themselves some confidence.
Well, we knew Kemp was the real deal. We've seen film. We've talked about him. But now you see him in person, Chris. It's a little different.
Yeah, you can't tell. It's hard to tell how quick a kid is on film. And so that's another thing, too. North Judson's got to make that adjustment to the team speed that Providence has.
So Providence will kick this one away. Jackson Revel deep to return as Logan Pradke and Cole Wilcox. Pradke, who has been returning very well for the Jays. He got it close to the 50-yard line the last time where he had picked it up at the 1. So the Jays are able to do things on special teams, and like they did at the beginning of the game, they almost broke away for a big-time touchdown. So these are big moments here, kickoff returns, especially if Revel is going to give it to a return man. As here he kicks away, and this time he's going to give Logan Pradke a chance at the 1. Gets to the 15, now to the 20, now to the 25, and that's where he will be brought down. So not a bad return there. He gets past the 20 to the 24. I think they're going to spot it at the 25.
24 yards on the return. Ball placed at the 25.
Yeah, so a 24-yard return there by Logan Pradke. And again, now North Judson needs to establish their dominance here up front. Providence has kind of controlled the line of scrimmage, something that North Judson hasn't had happen. That hasn't happened to them very much this year. So
the Jays have it 1st and 10. Ball on their own 25. Josiah McDaniel, I formation, takes a snap, spins around, toss out. Cole Wilcox, here he comes, 35 to the 40. Still on his feet to the 44, and there's a big-time Cole Wilcox run.
And North Judson there actually went unbound. They went tackle over and ran toss to the weak side. So a new formation, new wrinkle there by North Judson. Cole Wilcox comes up a little gimp.
Trying things here in the state championship game that haven't been on film, and it worked there. 1st and 10. Ball on their own 44 now. From the 25 to the 44, under center, McDaniel hands off, and he's wrapped up immediately. That was Brock Benson this time, and you're right, Chris. Cole Wilcox a little hobbled here. He's walking it off, trying to get back, warmed up, but it does look like he's just a little shaken up there.
And right there, that was midline again. I think Josiah right now just needs to trust his reads. That should have been a pull.
So ball spotted on the 44-yard line, 2nd and 10. Nothing gained on the last play. Out of the gun, Josiah McDaniel. Brock Benson to his right. Sets Wilcox in motion. Takes the snap. Pulls the hand off. Tosses Wilcox, and he slips on the artificial turf at the 41. He had nothing but daylight, Chris.
Yeah, that's what happens when you try to plant on the inside foot on artificial turf or wet grass. So again, see it right there on the replay. I know you can't see it on the radio, but again, just tried to make the cut on the inside foot, and the feet just slide out right out from underneath you.
3rd and 12. Ball on the Blue Jays 42. McDaniel from shotgun. Benson to his left. Takes the snap. Steps back. Looks to throw. He is going to get tackled at the 41. There was no one open, and Josiah just couldn't get out of the pocket in time, and that will bring up 4th down. The Jays will have to punt again. Very uncharacteristic from what we've seen from the Jays all season long. They just quite haven't woken up yet. So they will punt this one away. Snap, hold, punt, clean away, back to the 28. Crosses the 30. Wrapped up, nope, breaks it. Now he gets to the 35. That's number 11 on the return, Lucas Mock. So that's where, we have some laundry on the field. A flag here flies. We'll see what that is.
Got a hold.
And I believe they're pointing.
It's going to be a holding on Providence.
Yeah, so a holding on Providence will only help the Jays here. They have it spotted at the 36, so this will push it back. Unfortunate situation here for the Jays as they are down 14-6. Any thoughts, Chris? I'm waiting.
Just got to get a stop.
Next play, Camp handoff. It looks like that's Nick Stoner. He gets to the 30 after they assess the penalty. It was on the 26. Now he will get to the 30.
And so pick up a 4 yards there on first down. So 2nd and 6. North Judson's had success pretty much on first down. It's been 2nd and 3rd down that's killed them.
Yeah.
Defensively.
Yes. So this will be spotted on the 31-yard line in Pioneers territory. Kempf will take this from shotgun. He has Ross to his left. Takes the snap. Hands off. This is Ross, and he will get to the 34. The Jays read that play well. So when Kempf is not a part of the run, the Jays are able to stop that.
So right now, third down and 2 here for the Pioneers.
Big play here for the Jays. The Pioneers need 2. It's under center. Kempf takes the snap, spins around, pulls the handoff, keeps it himself. The Jays are after him, gets to the 35. He may have been pushed forward. I think he might be short, though, is where they are spotting it, just shy of the first down marker, Chris.
Yeah, I think if Coach McDonald had that to do back again, he wouldn't run the sweep to the short side of the field.
So this will be 4th. Oh, nope, it's enough for a first down. Wow. They had spotted it on the near sideline, just shy of the first down marker. Evidently, the officials came together and decided to give the Pioneers a fresh set of downs. So now it'll be 1st and 10, ball on their own 36-yard line, and Preston Kempf is ready to take it out of the gun with Ross to his left. From the near hash, the Pioneers lead 14-6 in this state championship matchup. Takes a snap, pulls the handoff up the middle, and he is tackled at the 41-yard line. A big-time tackle. That's number 22 for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays, Evan McGowan, Chris.
Yeah, nice tackle there. Nice form fit, but a pickup of 5 yards on first down for Pioneer. The Pioneers.
He literally ran right into McGowan, the freshman, and he picked him up and slammed him down like a WWE wrestler. What a play, and that fires you up with 6:35 to go in the first half. Out of the gun, Preston Kempf takes the snap, hands off Ross. Here he comes up the left side, and he is tackled at the 44. That's actually Lucas Mock, the junior, my apologies. So they will get a couple on the carry, if not 3. Yes, they'll get 3, bringing up 3rd and 2 here on their own 44-yard line near hash. And you can only assume, Chris, that the quarterback is going to try to get this first down on his own probably.
Either that or hand it off to big number 36, 215-pound fullback.
Takes the snap, hands off, there he is, and he will get the first down unless they spot it just shy. It looks like the official is going to spot it at the 45, so this may be short. 4th and 1 here, potentially. Yes, 4th and 1 now, Chris. What are you calling if you are the Jays on defense?
You're playing for a a quarterback sneak or a toss right now. Watch the ball. Don't jump off sides.
Kempf under center. And now.
Be illegal substitution. No, they called timeout before the illegal substitution.
Yeah, and McDonald is beside himself. He is so upset, so frustrated as he burns the first of 3, and the Blue Jays are pumping up Blue Jay Nation here. This is a huge moment in this game with 5:27 to go. Remember, the Pioneers get the ball to start the third quarter. So the Jays want the ball back. They want to put points on the board here before we go to half.
Yeah, right now the time of possession is hugely in favor of Providence in this first half.
Yeah. The Jays just haven't been able to get things going offensively like we are used to seeing, unfortunately. We do remind you, Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of today's action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Express way. Collins Insurance is part of the broadcast, taking care of all your insurance needs. Jim Collins told me to tell you, call him anytime at 574-772-6844. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. 14-6, 5:27 to go. Mitch Columbia along with sideline sports analyst Chris McGowan from beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium in beautiful downtown Indianapolis. Everything's beautiful today like this, Chris. You're at the state championship game. It's all beautiful.
Yeah, temperature's nice, no wind. I love it.
Yeah, definitely an interesting game here where all of our games are outdoors. Have never done an indoor game, and here we are. Temperature controlled. It was 18 degrees when I got here this morning. We'll see if it's warmed up any at all. 27 degrees right now here in Indianapolis. So a very crisp, cool day here in central Indiana. I can only imagine what it's doing up north. I was definitely a little worried about my pipes freezing, Chris.
They'll be fine.
From the near hash, Preston Kemp, 4th and 1. Big play here. The Jays need it. Under center. Maybe trying to call them off sides. We'll see. Takes the snap. Oh, my gosh, he hesitated just enough to get the first down and more. And Cole Wilcox wanted a flag, Chris. What'd you see?
Yeah, the offense moved early before the ball was snapped.
Nothing called.
Nothing called, so fresh set of downs for the Pioneers.
So 5:08 to go here in the first half. The next play, handoff to 21 up the left side. That is Lincoln Kruer, and the Jays stop it back in the backfield. He may lose a yard here, and Logan Pradke's on the play, Chris.
Yeah, it was a lot better there by North Judson. Setting the edge, not giving him room to run. North Judson may be going to a lot of cloud coverage here, or cover 2, where they're making the corners be the one to come up and force support.
Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11, out of the gun. Kemp takes the snap, rolls to the near sideline, deep ball coming. He has his man, and there was a flag on the play. I don't know if it's going to be defensive pass interference or offensive, but both of them got into it. His intended target, it looks like that is number 13, Chris?
Yeah, number 13 for Providence and 82 on the coverage for North Judson, but yeah, pass interference.
Yeah, that's Nick Stoner's intended target, and then 82, you said, that's Ethan Hack, the junior for the Jays. We'll see what they call here, and they are calling defensive pass interference, Chris. Man. So this will...
That might be the first penalty against the Jays here this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
But that ball was just kind of a wounded duck, and the receiver just stopped because he had to come back to it, and the defender for North Judson just kept running and ran into him. So
this pushes the Pioneers in Jay's territory as Kemp, a quarterback keep, up to the 31. Ball was spotted on the 38, so he will gain 7. Coming up on 4 minutes here in the first half, we invite you to stay tuned for our KVB halftime show where we will break this first half down. An interesting first half, very interesting, a little uncharacteristic from the Jays that we've seen all season long. Of course, they've been able to handle and dominate all of their opponents up to today. Man, right now it is definitely some. They're going to have to fight here, Chris. They're definitely going to have to fight. They've got a little bit of some things they've got to work on here. Shotgun, Kemp takes it, keeps it himself, crosses the 30, and he's wrapped up. Might have been a botched play there, Chris.
No, that was a quarter run. North Judson did a good job of setting the edge and making him cut it back. You know, back to that pass interference, being a former secondary guy, I do not like the fact that the offense, you know, just gets to have a positive play on a pass interference when on a terrible pass. That to me makes no sense. You know, it's just you're back there on your own, and you know the receiver just stops, and you are running full speed, and because of a bad throw, you get 15 yards.
From shotgun, Kemp takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw. Quarterback keep up the middle, crosses the 20, and he's tackled at the 17-yard line. So Kemp is just having his way right now. The Jays aren't sure what to do with him quite yet.
Yeah, right now North Judson's going to have to figure out a way to get a stop here because, like we said, Providence gets the ball to start the second half.
So fresh set of downs now on the 17-yard line. Kemp, 2:35 to go in the first half. The Pioneers lead 14-6. From shotgun, Ross to his left. He's going to take the snap after setting his man in motion. Pulls the handoff up the middle, and that time the Jays knew what to do with him there.
Yeah, so again, only pick up a 1 there on the quarterback run. So 2nd and 9 here for North Judson. 3 big downs here for the Jays.
2nd and 9. In the red zone on the 16 are the Pioneers. Kemp from shotgun takes a snap, hands off. This time it's number 0 up to the 10. That was Kalen Sipes, the sophomore. Several Jays in on the tackle. 33, Aiden Christensen is the one that I saw.
And Josiah McDaniel.
So Josiah McDaniel getting in there as well. He wasn't starting on defense. Now he has been placed in that defensive back position like he has been starting for most of the season, Chris.
Yeah, so 3rd and 2 here for the Pioneers.
On the 9-yard line in Jay territory, out of the gun. Kemp takes the snap, hands off the Ross. He trips up. He will be tackled at the 8. Could have gotten more, but I think the artificial turf caused him to trip up there. He didn't quite get the footing he had hoped for. It will be enough.
Yeah, right now defensively, North Judson is catching Providence. They're not reestablishing the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. It will be enough for a first down. So 1st and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. Kemp from shotgun. He has Ross to his right. Sets his man in motion. Takes a snap. Steps back. Now he's going to cut up far side of the field. Will he outrun the Jays? No. He will be tackled at the 7. So they don't get anything. The Jays are finally catching up to Kemp, and he might be a little winded here. Slow to get up, Chris.
Yeah, the clock keeps running here, so there's 28 seconds left here to go in the half. So North Judson, again, going to have to make a couple more stops here. I wonder if Providence may be setting up a field goal because they do have a kicker.
Yeah. And that would put him up 17-6. Is out of the gun. Kemp takes a snap, rolls to the near sideline, awaiting his receiver to get open. No one is. The Jays will crash, tackling at the 3. So a good job by the Jays secondary to stay with those receivers. Kemp was rolling to the near sideline, allowing them time, and it didn't work there that time, Chris.
Yeah, North Judson did a good job of stringing that out. So a timeout here with 6 seconds left to go. So big-time decision for Providence to me, I think if I'm Providence right now, I'm probably kicking a field goal because that puts you up 17-6. That makes it a two-possession game because you get the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah.
Because if you go for it here and you don't get it and North Judson makes a stop, they're going to have all the momentum going in at halftime.
Yeah. Well, Kemp rolling to the near sideline. He had so much time, and the Jays secondary really held strong there. I mean, my goodness, what a job. Kemp doing that, Chris, allows them the time to get open, but there was no one there. The Jays really are tightening things up. You can tell they are adjusting.
Yeah, it takes a little bit to get acclimated to something you can't simulate in practice. A kid like Kemp. So, but again, North Judson's going to have to do this for 4 quarters.
Yeah.
To be successful here today. But right now, offensively, North Judson's got to figure out how to sustain a drive. Because they have one big play on first down, they get a first down, and then they're 3 and out. So a lot of short drives for North Judson.
6 seconds to go here in the first half. We'll see if they kick. It looks like Kemp is going out on the field here, Chris. They're going to try to get 6, it looks like. Wow. Big moment here as it's 3rd and 2. Ball spotted on the Jays' 2-yard line. Out of the gun, Preston Kemp takes the snap, rolls out to the near sideline, fires. He has his man. Touchdown, Pioneers. It's Kalen Sipes. It will be 20-6 now, and the Jays are stunned. Biggest piece of adversity the Jays have faced all year. Might have to go to last season, Chris, to start thinking when the Jays were tested like this. Set to kick the extra point is Jackson Revel. Hold by Mock. Up, away, whistles.
Yeah, Coach Lambert called a timeout.
So he will call the timeout. He's out onto the field at the 14-yard line, getting a word with one of the sideline officials, and he will have a chat with some of his Jays here as he puts his arms around them. Having a quick chat here before they go to the halftime break, trailing 20-6 here, Chris. A little shocking. I can't say that I saw this happening the way it is right now playing out. Your thoughts?
I think North Judson came in expecting to have success here today, but again, there is another team on the field, and you gotta come ready to play. And right now, Providence is taking it to this North Judson-San Pierre football team. There's nothing else to say about that other than the fact that it's taken North Judson here defensively a long time to waken up. But let's be honest, the defense has been on the field way too long.
Yeah.
North Judson's got to figure something out offensively to help this defense out.
And you can just tell from the body language, Chris, we haven't seen this from the Jays all season. They don't look dejected. They just look a little stunned. So Mock to hold, Revel to kick. The extra point. Snap, hold, kick, up, clean away, and it is good, making it 21-6 here. 2 seconds to go in the first half. The Providence Pioneers from Clarksville, Indiana, lead the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays from North Judson, Indiana. So the biggest lead the Jays have been trailing. They have never trailed this much all season long. This is huge adversity they're facing here, Chris.
Yeah, it is, but just feel this kickoff. I don't think they'll kick it deep. I look for Providence to squib this and just get to halftime and make some adjustments defensively and figure out offensively what they can do.
Well, we'll break this down more in the KVB halftime show. really just shocking right now. We're used to hearing a lot of fanfare, a lot of excitement, a lot of touchdowns, but right now the Jays are facing probably the toughest team they've faced in, man, it's been a while, Chris. I mean, like I said, you'd have to think back to last season when the Jays faced adversity quite like this, wouldn't you say? Maybe the season before?
Yeah, it's been a while, that's for sure.
Maybe that Adams Central game, we kind of think about the last several years where the Jays were in that semi-state matchup for 3 years in a row. Adams Central then went on to state those 3 years and lost to Indianapolis Lutheran. Therefore, they get bumped up to 2A because they were in 2 state championship games in a row. Correct, Chris?
I believe so. I know North Judson, if they win today, they get bumped up to 2A. I know that for sure.
So they will squib it.
I don't know if you make it to, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Because Adams Central made it to 3 state finals in a row, and they didn't move up to this year. So.
Right. But then Adams Central moves up to 2A, and they're able to finally hoist a state championship where they couldn't get it done in 1A. They get it done yesterday morning in 2A. And now this will be the end of the first half as a squib to Logan Pradke gets it to the 30-35, and that will be the end of this first half from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. 21-6, the Providence Pioneers lead the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. We're going to take a break and come back. The KVB halftime show is on the way. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas, average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
21-6 is the score as the Providence Pioneers lead our North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI. We're still here down on the field. It's our very own sports analyst Chris McGowan bringing you all the inside access no other broadcast team is doing in terms of radio. Let's check in with Chris. Wow, Chris, I don't know how you put it into words. That was tough.
Yeah, it was tough. But again, you got to have the ball to be able to score. I mean, the one North Judson touchdown came on defense, so kind of fitting. The offense, I don't know if they've run 15 plays that first half.
They just haven't been able to get things going. Whereas we're used to seeing nonstop action. The Jays, if you remember, in that game last week against South Adams. It got all the way to the 450 mark before the Jays opened a can of worms on the Providence on South Adams. That was last week, of course. Fast forward to this week, they haven't been able to get anything going other than that 6 points, that fumble recovery right into the end zone. That's how they got those 6 points. But, Chris, I think one thing is for certain the Jays have shown us they can score quickly and score multiple scores quickly. They showed us that just 8 days ago.
Yeah, they can. But again, you have to have the ball on offense to be able to score. The time of possession, I can't wait for them to put the stats up on the screen here so we can actually see what the discrepancy is in the time of possession between Providence and North Judson here in that first half.
Now, you talk about Preston Kemp. He's very confident, cool, calm, and collected. He knows when the right moment is to just cut up and make the right play. He's been able to get around the edge on the Jays. There have been a couple of plays here late in the first half that the Jays were able to track him down. But all in all, Preston Kemp is having a heck of a first half here, Chris.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's doing a good job reading it right, and he's a heck of an athlete, that's for sure. There in that last drive, though, right before halftime, North Judson defensively started to settle down a little bit there. A couple penalties aided that touchdown drive. But, again, North Judson finally starting to figure things out defensively a little bit against the quarterback counter and that RPO.
You talk about the offense for the Jays. They are able to get the ball going. What are some plays you think that they need to work on or maybe look to do the next time they get the ball? What do you think their offensive motive should be?
Establish the run game. I mean, that's what they do. That's their bread and butter. They got three 1,000-yard rushers. Again, utilize that. Make Providence have to continue to make play after play after play because, the thing about the triple option is you have to be disciplined on every single play or you're going to give up a score. So make them be disciplined on every single play.
Well, this is the KVB Halftime Show. We're going to take a break and come back. We'll continue chatting here as there's plenty of time in this halftime break. 21-6, the Providence Pioneers are leading the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. For Sideline Sports Analyst Chris McGowan, I'm Mitch Columbi. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This is Brett Lambert, head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Stay tuned for more Blue Jay football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Do you know what to do when you see a down power line? The answer is very simple. Stay far away. The folks at Kankakee Valley RAMC want you to know that down power lines can be very dangerous. Even if they come off the power pole, they still may be energized. Call 911 and wait for instructions from the fire department or power company. The folks at Kankakee Valley RAMC want to keep you safe.
Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551 and ask for Tina. That's if you want to look cool like the KVB crew. We appreciate them and their support toward helping continue this tradition. Well, 21-6 is the score as the Providence Pioneers were able to take it to the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Those 6 points, though, the Jays got, Chris, that couldn't have come at a better opportunity. They pounced on that fumble that made it happen into the end zone, and really it got things going for the Jays in terms of excitement and energy.
Yeah, it did, but again, Providence countered that with a couple long drives. And really, the quarterback, the Kemp kid, just doing a tremendous job of running that offense, and North Judson not being able to sustain drives. I think North Judson punted more in that first half than they have all year combined.
Yeah, definitely a rare occurrence here, and that's kind of what we've talked about before. When you're in a game like this, you almost have to adjust on the fly. You had mentioned that one play where the Jays lined up in an interesting formation that you hadn't seen. They ran it the opposite way. Talk about what they're probably adjusting to on the fly on the sidelines and the conversations they're kind of having.
Just that, just trying to take advantage of their physicality up front. Now, Providence has done a good job of handling that so far, but again, I think if North Judson's able to sustain a drive, I don't think they can withstand that physicality all game long. Problem is, North Judson hasn't been able to, like I said, sustain a drive. But, the hard part about it is, North Judson, basically, when they go from offense to defense, it's almost the same 11 guys, or, it's a good portion, maybe 7 or 8 guys that just flip around and play defense. And right now it's those 7 or 8 guys that are playing offense and defense that you need to talk to that you can't talk to because they're out on the field the whole time. So it's hard to communicate what adjustments you need to make during the game. So North Judson, obviously needs to do a better job. The TV timeouts in that after a score or whatever, to utilize that time to communicate what adjustments they want to make.
Well, before the game started, Chris and myself were able to go out onto the field. Of course, we do get field passes. It's part of our media credentials. A little upset they weren't able to give us more than 2 credentials. I'll have to talk to somebody after the game about that. We definitely would have loved to have a couple more people with us. Harold Welter would have been one of them. Definitely would have loved to have him up here with us. But we just couldn't get that done, and our apologies to the folks that I'm sure would have loved to hear Harold, and our apologies to Harold. But Chris and myself were making it happen. We were so excited to go down to the field. We had our pregame video we posted on all of our social media sites. That's on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Hey, we're on your phone. It's the new Walkman. You think about it, Chris, back in the old days, everyone carried a radio. Well, what is everyone carrying today? They're carrying a phone, and I want to be on that phone. I want you to see us. I know a lot of people think differently about that, but I think social media is how we advertise what we're doing to let you know to tune in, and we appreciate all of our followers, all of our listeners, and all of our fans out there that have joined us throughout the season. We have had nothing but success doing what we're doing, and it's working well. You saw that video yesterday, over 6.1 thousand views on Facebook alone. That lets those 6.1 thousand people know we're here, we're going live, and here's where you can tune in. It's really quite amazing what social media has done. I don't want to die on this horse here, but I will say we are getting the word out of doing what KVB has always done, what WKVI has always done since 1969. We are using the tools to our advantage. I went to school. It wasn't broadcast journalism. It was called electronic media. That was 13 years ago. So that tells you things are moving fast, and we need to stay with the times, and that's what we're doing here at WKVI, bringing you top first-class access on the field, on the radio, on social media. Top to bottom, this is a first-class operation, and I wouldn't have it any other way. We're going to take a break and come back. The KVB Halftime Show continues. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This is Brett Lambert, head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Stay tuned for more Blue Jay football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, agriculture has been a cornerstone of our business for more than 135 years. Our personal relationships within the ag community run deep for multiple generations. If you're looking for a financial partner that knows, understands, and supports agriculture, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Isaac Blue, Ag Banker at First Farmers. Come into our Knox, North Judson, or Culver branches, or visit us online at ffbt.com when you're ready to talk about growing your operation. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right. One of our hometown businesses here in our area in Monterey, it's LAP Waste.
Being able to recycle is one of our main goals at LAP Waste. Being able to say that we only take about 8% of our trash to the dump is pretty impressive for us, and we hope to keep building on that.
We service an 80-mile circle from Monterey. If you have a small job, big job, or just have a one-time, we are here to make a difference in this area.
And that phone number, Kirby?
574-542-4019.
A shot at immortality in Indianapolis, Indiana at Lucas Oil Stadium. It's the 2024 State Championships, bringing you all the access here on KVB's WKVI. Mitch Columbia along with sideline sports analyst Chris McGowan. 21-6, the Providence Pioneers lead the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. The Jays are back out onto the field. Less than a minute before the start of the third quarter here, Chris. What do you think they talked about in the halftime break?
I think they talked about, number one, forcing a 3-and-out here on this first possession. Get down, covering the kickoff, force a 3-and-out, and then get some points on the board on that first possession, and you're right back into it.
Yeah, you think
North Judson just needs to figure out how to get 2 stops, and they're right back in this game.
Yeah, you definitely think about this. Providence made the right choice there, Chris, in deferring, allowing the Jays to have the ball first. They ended up stealing that possession, and then not only that, they are up this much, and they get the ball to start the second half. So that choice, while most teams wouldn't want the Jays to have the ball first, they took on that challenge, Chris. What do you think that says about Providence?
That they're a good football team and very disciplined on defense. So, again, North Judson's got their hands cut out. I mean, it's not insurmountable, that's for sure. But North Judson's going to have to figure some things out both offensively and defensively and try to sustain some drives offensively and keep that defense off the field.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit ago in the KVB halftime show there where the Jays scored 24 points in 2 minutes and some odd seconds there in that South Adams game last week, Chris. So they can put up the points in a hurry. We know that.
Yes, yeah, they definitely can. That's for sure. But again, it comes down to time of possession. I haven't seen the stats. Usually they post the stats on the big board. I don't know if you've been given a hard copy of the stats up there, but again, I would love to see what the time of possession is.
Yeah, I went down the hallway and asked for something a little bit ago. Did not receive that. They told me they were going to update my TV screen. If you don't mind talking on the air for a minute, let me walk around the corner and see if I can get that fixed for us so we can talk about it. Is that okay, Chris?
Yeah, that works for me. But, again, North Judson down here, they're all doing the right things. They're talking about what they need to do. And, again, they got to get down and cover this kickoff and just figure out a way to force a 3-and-out here defensively early on and get this ball back in good field position and put some points on the board. Again, just a couple stops in a row and a couple scores, and you're right back in it. But again, North Judson here. We got minute 15 before we start the second half. All down here huddled up, having a nice meeting. Coach Danny McGowan's talking. Coach Brent Lambert's talking. So everybody's still talking about what the adjustments they need to make here to be successful here in the second half.
Yeah, so I just went down the hallway. They're saying they're going to bring me something to talk about stats so we can kind of relay the information to our listeners here as well as you, Chris. I know you're interested to know what exactly time of possession was. Also, how many plays on offense did they run? You said you don't even know if they ran 15.
I'd be shocked if they ran more than 15 plays.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens here. We're awaiting the start of the second half. We appreciate our friend Jason Wiley here helping us out, getting some stats up here on the TV screen so we can share that information with all of you at home. What an amazing day it's been. Although it hasn't been the Jays' day, it's really been a memorable one, Chris. We got to go down onto the field, as I said earlier, and then also just being here in the stadium. It's just really such an amazing moment. Like the Jays have talked before, they want to get this done. They want to make it happen. They want to prove to themselves, the community, and the entire state of Indiana that they belong here. And there's still a lot of time. 24 minutes left. Anything can happen, and the Jays can score quickly.
Yeah, again, but it's this first possession of the second half is crucial for North Judson if they're going to have success. They got to figure out a way to stop this Providence offense.
So Bradkey will be set to kick. The Pioneers are running out onto the field. And Logan Bradkey will kick this one from the farther side of the field this time, closer to the far hash. Jays will be kicking right on your radio dial. The Pioneers will be running left on your radio dial. Second half action from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana, here on KVB's WKVI. Bradkey set to kick. All the officials that we talked about earlier doing a great job. You better believe they're in a state game like this. They're probably some of the best in the state. As it'll be a squib up the left side to the 32, taken back to the 40, spins around, and he's tackled at the 41. And that's where the Providence Pioneers will take over. Thank you, Mr. Wiley.
So, again, very, very important possession here, both offensively for Providence and defensively for the Jays.
Kemp, 48 yards, 1 touchdown through the air. He has 107 yards on the ground, Chris, on 18 attempts, 2 rushing touchdowns. His longest run was 16 yards. That's just the Pioneers. We'll worry about the Jays next. Out of the gun, Kemp has it, takes the snap, hands off. That's Ross. He's wrapped up. He will be tackled at the 39, and the Jays came on that play.
Yeah, Trey McGowan doing a good job of setting the edge there. Or no, that was Josiah McDaniel. Doing a good job coming down from the safety position, setting the edge.
Cole Wilcox has 30 yards on the ground, Chris, on 5 attempts. Josiah McDaniel has 28 yards on 6 attempts. Brock Benson, 2 yards on 2 attempts, Chris. That's not like him. Next play, 2nd and 11, takes the snap. Kemp fires into the flat. Here he comes, Mock up to the 44, and he will be tackled. So they don't get anywhere near that first down marker. It'll be 3rd and 8 here coming up next. But, man, you read that stat there, Chris. It's tough sledding right now. Total.
So how many attempts did they have rushing?
Total 13 attempts for 60 yards. That's all the yards they got.
And 1 pass attempt. So 14 plays.
So under center, 3rd and 8. Kemp has it, takes the snap, spins around, pulls the handoff, keeps it himself. Here he comes to the near sideline. The Jays are crashing, and they will tackle him at the 46. 4th down on the way. Here we go, folks. Something was said at the halftime break. You can tell the energy from the Jays has picked up. This is what we came for.
All right, now just field this punt cleanly, and let's establish our physicality on the offense.
Amen. Set to kick. are the Pioneers. Snap, hold, punt, booming punt. It'll bounce at the 15 and roll into the end zone, so a touchback there. Good job by Logan Pradke to let that go on by him, and the Jays will have it at their own 20-yard line, and they take the field, and there you see number 71 for the Jays. That is Caden Johnson getting his Blue Jays fired up. They are ready to go, and you better believe they want to put points on the board here on this drive.
Yeah, defensively came out and did what they needed to do, forced that 3 and out. And now offensively, let's see if the adjustments they've made offensively here are going to pan out.
1st and 10, ball on the 20-yard line. Josiah McDaniel out of the gun. Sets McDaniel in motion, takes a snap, pulls the handoff, keeps it himself around the edge of the 25, cuts up to the 30, now to the 35, and there's a big-time first down run. It's Josiah McDaniel.
Again, triple option right there. Got to make Providence be disciplined. They got to take away the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd option.
1st and 10, now on their own 35. 9:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. 21-6, the Pioneers of Providence lead the Jays. From shotgun, it's Josiah McDaniel. Takes the snap. Spins around, hands off Cole Wilcox, and he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. He may get a yard on that play, but they read it well.
Yeah, again, Providence doing a very good job of reestablishing the line of scrimmage, getting penetration. So 2nd and 9 for the Jays. They put themselves behind the sticks here on 2nd down.
From shotgun, Josiah McDaniel. Brock Benson to his left, takes a snap, pulls the handoff from Benson, keeps it himself up the middle, and he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. I don't even know if he got a yard there. The defensive line for the Providence Pioneers is really strong. So this will bring...
Big 3rd down here for the Jays.
3rd and 8, ball on their own 37-yard line. Just when the Jays have something going and they get that big-time first down run, the Providence Pioneers tighten things up here. Under center, Josiah McDaniel, I formation. Brock Benson behind him. Cole Wilcox behind Brock. Takes a snap, toss out. Cole Wilcox, here he comes around the edge. Breaks the tackle, gets tackled by the second one at the 45, close to the first down marker.
Yeah, moving the stick, so 1st down there. Nice toss play by the Jays.
That's that play we know so well. And Josiah McDaniel looks like he's a little shaken up there, Chris. What'd you see?
Oh, just that ankle he's been battling here for the last couple of weeks.
And he's fighting through it. Has had a very good run so far as he's going to take this next one under center. Brock Benson behind him. Sets Grayson McDaniel in motion. Spins around. Hands off to Brock. And he will get maybe 2 on the carry. Spotting it maybe at the 48, 49-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down here.
Yeah, pickup of about 3 on that play. So or actually they're saying 4 on the board. So 2nd and 6.
Keeping this drive alive, the Jays want to put points on the board here. They trail 21-6 with 7:30 to go in the 3rd. Providence came to play today. The Jays want to make it happen here. Out of the gun, Josiah McDaniel takes a snap, hands off to Brock Benson. He's met at the line of scrimmage immediately. He got tackled, it looked like, by number 52 from up here, Chris, Zach Medlock, the sophomore.
Yeah, the defensive end there doing a good job of crashing down on the fullback.
So now it'll be 3rd and 5, ball on the 50-yard line. The Jays are trying to make something happen. Josiah McDaniel gets the play call from head coach Brett Lambert, trots up to the huddle, breaks the huddle, and now here they are. I formation. McDaniel under center, takes a snap, toss out, Wilcox, same play, here he comes. He's going to get the first down all the way to the 43. So good job by him. That toss play is working again, Chris.
Yeah, doing a good job there. Mixing it up. Lining up different formations and finding the combination in that toss sweep. So, again, making Providence have to defend outside the box and try to maybe loosen that box up by attacking the gaps in the alleys. This Judson offense is finally starting to find some rhythm and some success.
The Jays had 60 total yards rushed in the first half. Just in this possession, they've already had 37. Toss out. Brock Benson breaks away to the 35, to the 32. And now we have some space. It's the Jays making things happen here.
Yeah, again, finding some success against to the left side of the offense, to the right side of the defense. North Judson doing a good job here on this drive.
So it will be a fresh set of downs. 1st and 2, ball on the Providence Pioneers.
We have a timeout on the field here. I don't know if somebody got hurt.
Whoa.
Well, no.
It's the
It wasn't. It's the actual sticks.
Yeah,
the sticks got ran over.
So they will have to use backup first down markers here. The sticks, one of them broke. So now they are bringing in backups they had off to the sideline, prepared for that moment. And that's in the background. There's Chris sideline, Mike. You hear that is Blue Jay Nation behind Chris. We hear you down there.
Yeah, the cheer block's right. Yeah, the cheer block's right behind me. So
it's awful quiet up here. So they will spot it, as I said, on the 32-yard line. They get the new markers out onto the field, and now here comes Josiah McDaniel to relay the play to the huddle. And now they break, trot up to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. 7 seconds here on the play clock. Sets his man in motion, takes a snap, spins around, toss out. Cole Wilcox this side of the field this time. Breaks a tackle, took the 2nd and 3rd to bring him down at the 26. So the Jays are putting some things together here. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, again, they're tossed to the wide side. They've ran toss to the short side this whole drive, so mixing it up a little bit. But a big gain on 1st down there, and that's what North Judson likes. 6-7 yards on 1st down. That's going to make them tough to stop.
From the near hash, ball spotted on the 26-yard line. The Jays have it. 4 yards to get that first. Under center, Josiah McDaniel. Benson in the backfield. Sets Grayson McDaniel in motion. Takes a snap, spins around, hands off to Brock Benson, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. I don't know if he got a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down here quickly.
Picked up a couple there, it looks like, so it can be 3rd and 2. Very short 3, long 2 for the Jays. But I think now you're definitely in 4-down territory for North Judson. So.
Yep. So McDaniel will take this from shotgun. Benson to his left. Sets McDaniel in motion. Takes a snap. Pulls the handoff. Fakes the option. Cuts up the middle. Not a bad play there, Chris. Nice improvisation.
Got the 1st down.
Yeah, nice improvisational skills there by Josiah McDaniel.
Yeah, the fake pitch there kind of got him the extra yardage that he needed. So, again, North Judson here on the move now. 1st down, 1st and 10, just at the 20-yard line.
They're stringing together some plays here at a time that is most crucial. 4:20 to go here in the 3rd, 21-6. Pioneers lead the Blue Jays. Under center, McDaniel, toss out, Cole Wilcox, far side of the field, cuts up maybe to the 13-yard line. So they're putting a lot of good plays together on this drive. They come to the near side of the field. Now they go to the far side of the field.
And doing a good job of keeping it balanced here. So pickup of 7 yards here again on 1st down. So North Judson, again, stringing together some positive plays here offensively.
2nd and 3 yards to go on the 13-yard line in Providence territory. McDaniel under center. Brock Benson in the backfield all alone. Sets Cole Wilcox in motion. Takes a snap. Pulls the handoff. Keeps himself up the middle. Josiah McDaniel. Touchdown Blue Jays! And a flag will fly late there, Chris. What'd you see?
Face mask.
So McDaniel, what a great job on the option there. The face mask will be on Providence. And McDaniel made a very smart play there. He actually made several smart plays on that drive there, Chris.
Yeah, made some great reads on the triple option. And that looked more like midline there. But again, so Coach Lambert and his staff discussing whether or not they want to assess the penalty on the kickoff or here on the 2-point conversion.
Well, think about this, Chris. The Jays had 60 total yards rushed in the first half. Now they have 80 yards rushed on that drive there, Chris. That's a Blue Jay drive.
Yeah, that's what they expected to do in the first half. So that penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. So North Judson going to go for 2 here.
And now we have whistles. The Jays get this. It'll be 21-14, just 7 points under. They need this. So they will reestablish where the ball is spotted, and now Josiah McDaniel is going for 2. Sets Grayson McDaniel in motion. Toss out. Brock Benson takes on a Pioneer, and he will get stopped short of the 2-point conversion. Brock Benson couldn't get it done there. So it keeps it 21-12 here now, Chris. What's your thoughts?
3:27 left to go in the third quarter. Providence.
That's a huge stop by Providence because now that still keeps it a 2-possession game.
Well, Keener Construction is a proud supporter of all local high school sports. Call Chad Keen at Keener Construction today for all your construction needs at 574-806-1387. Let Keener Construction build your home today. Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local high school sports and would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home here in Stark County. Call them today at 574-896-2567. Well, Chris, I wanted to share with you, I got some information on how a team exactly is moved up, and here is the exact description that I have found. Success is based on points. Moving up a class is because a school gets 6 points in a 2-year rotation. If you win a sectional, that's 1 point. If you win a regional, that's 2 points. If you win a semi-state, that's 3. If you win a state, that's 4 points. If North Judson were to win today, they would have 2 regionals last year, and if they win today, it would be 4 total points, so they would be 6. Which would be 6, so they would move up. If they lose, they would only have 5 points and stay in 1A.
Yeah, let's win and move up.
Yeah, no kidding. And you see with the success the Adams Central Jets had this year. I mean, I can't get over that story, Chris. They go to the state championship 3 years in a row. They beat Judson in the semi-state each of those years. They couldn't get it done against Indianapolis Lutheran. They get bumped up because they had all those points in a 2-year span, and then they get the job done in 2A. I mean, think about that. You can't get a state championship in 1A. You get moved up where most people would think, oh, man, it's going to be a tough year. They get all the way back here to Lucas Oil, and they get the job done after they get moved up a class. What a story.
Well, yeah, because I hate to say it, but the private schools have dominated 1A football for the longest time. Now, Lutheran ended up moving up, and if it wasn't for the quarterback of the Lutheran football team breaking his wrist in the sectional championship game, Adams Central probably would have been playing Lutheran for the state championship yesterday.
So many storylines here as the Jays will kick this one back to the 20, picked up by the Pioneers, and he will be wrapped up by, looks like, Trey McGowan, Chris. Am I mistaken?
Yeah, it was Trey McGowan. I'm not sure what the penalty flag was.
So we will see what the laundry means for us here. Trey did such a good job of closing in on the return man, and now here comes the white hat with one of the sideline officials. We are awaiting the call here. They're having a conference. Personal foul, face mask on the Pioneers here. So they've had some penalties that have pushed them back. This isn't the first time, Chris. They had several of these in the first half.
Yeah, they have. And, again, you very hands to the face there. Call a face mask on the offense, something you don't see very often.
202 total yards of offense from the Pioneers as here's the snap. Takes it out of the gun. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and wrapping him up. That is number 9, Trey McGowan. Yes.
That was Trey McGowan. Again, that hole closed early. That hole from the angle I had, I thought he was gonna be gone. But that hole closed in a hurry there for the Pioneers.
Trey liked that one. So the juice is flowing for the Jays right now. 2:50 to go in the third. Out of the gun, Preston Kemp set to take it. Ross to his left. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, pump fake. Now he's going to roll out of the pocket at the far side of the field. Crosses the 10, fires, deep ball. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Out of bounds.
The Jays stayed strong, and now it will be third down. No, second.
No, third and
third.
Should be
Third
and 7.
Yeah, 3rd and 7. They hadn't updated the marker on the sideline quite yet, so this will be third down here, deep in their own territory. If the Pioneers don't get this, they'll punt, and the Jays will get it back in good field position, Chris. So here we go, 3rd and 7 on the 16. Trips to the right. Kemp from shotgun takes the snap. Rolls out to his right, fires deep down the right sideline, and he overthrew him. And that will be 4th down. His intended target looked like number 13, Nick Stoner, no good. And the Jays hold strong yet again.
And I tell you what, Kemp took a shot. C.J. Sanchez unloaded on him. And he is slow getting to the sideline.
Yeah, you get hit by C.J. Sanchez, you're going to remember that. C.J. is such a big kid. You know, when you think about how big C.J. Sanchez is, he's 6'6", 251. As here's the punt, clean away on the other side of the field. And Logan Pradke will let it bounce and roll to the 29, and that's where the Pioneers will touch it and the Jays will take over. The energy has definitely been on the Jays sideline here in the third quarter, Chris.
Again, yes, the energy's come back. So North Judson, again, if they can come away with the drive here, look out.
Like we've talked about, the Jays, once they get rolling, it's hard to stop them. So they will have it on their own 28, 29-yard line. A big-time punt there by the Pioneers. That was booming.
So that's where you'd like to see Logan come up and fair catch that.
Right. I formation, Josiah McDaniel under center, set to take it. Does, spins around, hands off Cole Wilcox, improvising. He tried to follow his blocks. It didn't work. Then he cut back to the middle to get something out of it. He may get a couple on the carry.
Yeah, North Judson not getting very much movement in between the tackles up front.
Ball on the 29-yard line. 2nd and 9. 1 yard gained on that Cole Wilcox run. McDaniel from shotgun. Benson to his left, sets Grayson McDaniel in motion, takes a snap, pulls the handoff, uses the option. McDaniel tried to cut up, and he was wrapped up in the backfield. Big-time tackle by number 11. That was Lucas Mock, the junior, Chris. He didn't let Grayson go anywhere.
Yeah, again, Grayson looks like he's cramping up here, so.
So a little cramp there for Grayson McDaniel as they attend to him on the field. This will bring up 3rd and 11. Chris, what are you calling on 3rd and 11?
With Josiah on his ankle, I looked maybe maybe roll him out and try to flood a zone and pick this up through the air. But again, the other thing is maybe running that wide toss to Cole Wilcox here.
Yeah. Which has proven to work already here in this second half. They've readjusted something on the stat sheet where we said it was 140 total yards the Jays have had. It's 139, but they had 60 total yards in the first half, and in this third quarter, they've blown up. You know, we've talked.
Does it have anything about time of possession in the first half? What it actually was?
Yeah, I don't think I see that here. Oh, yes. The Pioneers have had it 18 minutes and 51 seconds. The Jays have now had it 14 minutes and 49 seconds total in this game. It does not show the first half, but that right there tells you everything. This third quarter, the Jays have caught up with that 18 minutes of possession the Providence Pioneers have had. As we're back in action, third and 11. Big time pass play down the near sideline. Cole Wilcox, it's out of bounds, and it'll bring up fourth down. He had him open. It just kind of sailed away from him a little bit.
Yeah, throwing on the run there, sailed on him.
It looks like Josiah McDaniel and number 55 of the Pioneers. Griffin Tucker getting into a little bit of an exchange, and you just saw Josiah McDaniel kind of move his hands like all you're doing is talking, chirp, chirp, chirp. It's getting a little chippy down there on the field as the Blue Jays will have to punt this one away. And they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. They're going to burn one of their three here, Chris. Miscommunication?
Yeah, miscommunication there. I think maybe the injury to Grayson McDaniel didn't get communicated to the number 2 on the depth chart on the punt team.
So they're tending to Grayson McDaniel. We sure hope he's okay. We hope it is just a cramp. As they will burn one of their 3 timeouts. Do you like using a timeout there, Chris, or would you like to hold on to them in this situation?
Well, you try to hold on to them because in case you need them late in the game. But in this situation, you don't want to back up 5 yards and punt from the goal line. So, again, probably a wise choice to burn the timeout there.
Sideline Automotive is a hometown proud auto care shop recently voted Stark County's best for tires and oil changes. Call Joe today at 574-249-5537. L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication and recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. Local Union USW 9551 is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They believe in the future of these young adults and wish them luck as they take on their opponents this season. Randall's Funeral Home of Hamlet and Coons Lake have been proud supporters of local high school sports since 1952. Contact them today at 574-867-3321 for Hamlet or 574-586-2120 for Coons Lake. We started our 2024-2025 basketball season, our broadcast season, I should say, this past week with Terry Minix. Big time shout out to Terry. Always a lot of fun when you get to do a game with him. Also, we were there Wednesday night for the cross-county battle. Nobody misses there in Knox as the Knox Lady Redskins hosted the North Judson-San Lady Blue Jays. The Lady Jays were able to pick up a big win. We had Chris on the sideline for that game, a courtside, I should say, and then Terry up in the booth with me. We always invite you to follow us on social media so you know where we will be. We've posted that schedule on those sites where you will know where we will be, and then also a day of to tune in to find out what time we will be going live. So basketball is here, folks, but right now it's all about the state championship game. They fake the pass play, and then they end up punting it. Now it's loose. The Jays pounce on it.
Got it.
They're going to come up with it at the 49. And it looks like Coach McDonald is saying, no, it can't be. He's trying to wave it off. It was down, he thinks.
Well, no, you got to catch it. Yeah, the guy called for the fair catch, but you got to catch it.
So he didn't catch it. After he called for the fair catch, it bounces through his jersey. Now get this, Chris. Was that Trey McGowan punting there, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
He snaps the ball, looks like he's getting ready to throw, and then at the last second punts it. So just that little bit threw them off. It goes through the hands, and the Jays pounce on it. They spot it at the 47, and now a conference here. You know head coach Brett Lambert is saying exactly what you said, Chris. You can call fair catch, but you got to catch it. They're going to overturn this, and Brett Lambert.
No, they're saying inadvertent whistle.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. You have got to be kidding me. So now Brett Lambert's having a word with one of the officials. He can't believe it. I cannot believe this just happened to them, Chris. So they are going to make them redo this play off of an inadvertent whistle?
Yeah, they have to replay.
You can't have mistakes in a game like this. I know we talked highly of the officials, and they're in this game for a reason, but you cannot have a mistake like this. McGowan will punt it away, and someone must have got a piece of it because it went out of bounds at the 49. Unbelievable, and you can hear Blue Jay Nation in disapproval. Providence is juiced up, but my goodness, that will be a play that we will remember for a very, very long time. That is incredulous. I can't believe it. Out of the gun, Kemp, they have it in Jay's territory. Hand off. They get to the 44, and that's where they're brought down. My goodness.
I heard it. So big first down stop there by Judson. They're still right there. Just got to force a 3 and out here again. And it looks like Providence will be happy to take this to the fourth quarter.
It looks like they will let the clock run out in full. The last 10 seconds, they're running up to the line of scrimmage here like they're going to run a play, but I don't think the Jays believe it. They're going to line up here. That is the end of the third quarter. So, 21-12, the Providence Pioneers lead the North Judson-San Blue Jays. We are going to the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, agriculture has been a cornerstone of our business for more than 135 years. Our personal relationships within the ag community run deep for multiple generations. If you're looking for a financial partner that knows, understands, and supports agriculture, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Isaac Blue, Ag Banker at First Farmers. Come into our Knox, North Judson, or Culver branches, or visit us online at ffbt.com when you're ready to talk about growing your operation. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
This is Brett Lambert, head coach of the North Judson-San Blue Jays. Stay tuned for more Blue Jay football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392.
Back at Lucas Oil, Mitch Columbia along with sideline sports analyst Chris McGowan. We go to the fourth quarter. 21-12, the Providence Pioneers lead the North Judson-San Blue Jays. You're listening to Indiana High School Football State Championship action on KVB's WKVI. 12 minutes here, Chris. What are your words of encouragement?
Again, you got to make stops. You can't give up first downs. You got to get off the field, and the offense has got to figure out how to score 2 touchdowns.
So the Providence Pioneers will now be going right on your radio dial. The Jays on defense here. It'll be 2nd and 10. Ball spotted on the Jays' 44-yard line, and Preston Kempf has not had the second half he had in the first. The Jays have been able to stop him. Let's see if they can do it yet again here. Kemp from the gun. Sets his man in motion, takes a snap, cuts up the middle, quarterback keep. Oh my gosh, he's going to outrun 2 Jays around the edge of the 35 to the 30, now to the 25 to the 20, cuts back to the middle of the field. He is going to score a big-time Providence Pioneer touchdown, another 6 points to add to the board, and it happened on the first play in the fourth quarter, Chris.
Again, the inadvertent whistle.
Just can't have those.
I mean, what a turn of events, really.
I mean, now they're playing against the refs. Let's just call it what it is here, Chris. I mean, you can't have an inadvertent whistle like that. You cannot have that in this kind of game. Let's not go any further than this, but you just, as a professional, you cannot have that happen. That is something he is going to have to, I mean, he's going to sleep on that, you know. I mean, he's going to have to think about that. Man, I shouldn't have blown that whistle. So now Preston Kempf puts 6 more points on the board, 28-12 with 11:46 to go here in the ball game. It's all Pioneers. A rare occasion. The Jays are facing the most adversity they have faced all year long. They have never trailed. Other than week 1 to the Knox Redskins, like you had mentioned there, Chris.
You know, the thing about it, you know, that touchdown right there still makes it a 2-possession game. It's 16 points. And North Judson doesn't have a kicker. They're going to go for 2. So you score twice, you get to two-point conversions. It's a tie game.
No, you're exactly right.
I'm actually kind of surprised that, you know, Providence didn't go for 2 there to make it a 3-possession game.
So I got a text from Doug Griffiths. He, of course, is here, a part of the IHSAA crew, helping. Of course, he's on Max 98.3 FM. But he said the IHSAA officials who communicate with the crew on the field said the muff punt North Judson recovered was no doubt an inadvertent whistle. By rule. The down must be replayed, like you said, though, Chris. But here is the kickoff. The Jays will break the tackle and come to the near sideline to the 35 to the 40, now to the 45, and be tackled.
There's Cole Wilcox there on the return. Yeah, anytime there's an inadvertent whistle, it has to be replayed. There's no questioning that. I'm questioning why the whistle was blown when it was blown.
Yeah.
Because the kid hadn't even caught the ball yet.
You just cannot have that. Maybe we should talk to the officials and see if we can get them to call one for us next time. I mean, it'd only be fair, right, Chris?
Well, like I said, just the timing of the inadvertent whistle, to me, I just don't know why it was blown when it was blown.
Toss out. Brock Benson cuts up to the 49 on 1st and 10. It was spotted at the 45, so he will gain 4 here. That clock keeps ticking. 11:20 to go in the ball game. 28-12. The Jays can do it. We've seen, like I've said, 24 points in 2.5 minutes of the game clock. So we know the Jays can score. Blue Jay Nation, if you hear us, let's get loud. Let's get excited for them. They need you. Under center, Josiah McDaniel sets Cole Wilcox in motion, takes a snap, toss out to Wilcox, far side of the field. He's going to throw. It's a interception by the Providence Pioneers. Everything is just not working the way the Jays wanted. It's all happening at once here now, Chris.
Yeah, the halfback pass right there That ball looked like it just slipped out of Cole Wilcox's hands and just floated on him.
Trick play there. Tried to find something that was going to work for the Jays, and it just didn't work. So now it's spotted on the 29-yard line in Pioneers territory. 10:50 to go, 1st and 10. Kemp takes the snap, hands off to Ross up the middle, and he'll get maybe 3 on the carry. Spotted at the 31, maybe the 32 here. The Jays defense has had to work so hard today, Chris, so hard.
Yeah, definitely the most points they've given up all year, but again, still not game's still a long way from being over, but North Judson has to figure out a 3-and-out here defensively.
2nd and 8, under center. Kemp takes the snap, toss out near sideline. Here he comes, crosses the 30 to the 34, and he will be tackled by Brock Benson. That was a toss out to 13, Nick Stoner.
So big 3rd down here for North Judson. You got to force a punt here. You got to get off the field defensively. Money down.
3rd and 4. Kemp out of the gun. Ross to his left. Takes the snap, hands off. This time it's number 0 crossing the 35. He's not going to get the 1st down. That was Kalen Sipes, not Cooper Ross. My apologies. And the Jays will bring up another 4th down here, Chris.
Fourth and 2 here. Let's see what Providence is lining up to punt.
Deep to return for the Jays is Logan Pradke from my vantage point here.
Yeah, it is Logan Pradke.
The snap, hold, punt, clean away. It will get to the 26 and roll right to Logan Pradke. He picks it up, and he will be tackled. Oh, he'll break out of the tackle. Now he's pushed back to the 12. So that didn't help. He was at the 20. Now he's back at the 12, and that's where the Jays will start this possession with 8:50 to go. Here in the 4th quarter, they trail 28-12. We certainly thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain, agronomy, seed, fuel, and LP Petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by 5 Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5 Star. It's in the Knox Ball. Must have a timeout on the field here.
Yeah, TV timeout.
Well, it's just been that kind of day, Chris. A disappointing one so far. It's like you said, a long way from over. 8:50 to go. I assume you want to score quick. You don't want to run too much of that clock off.
Yeah, that's right. You got to figure out how to get some points on the board here real quick, and then depending on how long it takes, you still got 2 timeouts. Whether or not you go for the onside kick or you kick it deep and let the defense try to get another stop. But it's imperative here. North Judson has got to score a touchdown here on every possession for the remainder of this game.
Yeah. Time is of the essence here as it's now or never. The Jays, such an amazing season, a historic season. Winning every game all the way up here to Lucas Oil in Indianapolis. Blue Jay Nation always so supportive. They showed up today in full force. A sea of blue. It's just been a tough fight all day long. That's just really what it's been, a tough fight all day long. It will be spotted at the 11-yard line here. 1st and 10. Josiah McDaniel will take it from the gun. Brock Benson to his right. Sets Wilcox in motion. Takes the snap. fakes the toss out, looks to throw, has Cole Wilcox far side of the field, crosses the 25 to the 28, and that's where he's pushed out of bounds. So like there it is, Chris, get out of bounds, stop that clock.
Yeah, pick up first down there on the play.
Not very many pass plays today for the Jays, but there was one there. 1st and 10, ball on the 30. In J territory, under center, McDaniel takes the snap, pulls the handoff, keeps it himself. Here he comes up the middle, and he will get to the 37. Couldn't quite plant the leg like he wanted to there and get the space, but he does get a big gain there. The clock continues to tick. 8:30 to go in the ball game.
North Judson going no huddle.
Hurry up offense from the Jays. I formation, McDaniel under center. Takes the snap, spins around, fakes the handoff, looks to throw, deep ball down the far sideline, and he overthrew his intended target, number 41. That is Xander Nowak, the sophomore, 6'4". He just overthrew him. It went out of bounds.
So 3rd and 3 here, big third down for North Judson. But I think at this point there's no punting.
So here we go. 3rd and 3 under center. McDaniel has it. Brock Benson behind him. Takes a snap. Pulls the handoff. Keeps it himself. He's going to get the first down. And he is fighting as hard as he can. Remember, he's got that slightly injured ankle. He's been playing on it the last 2 weeks where he came up with that spectacular 3rd interception of the game 2 weeks ago in Taylor there in Kokomo. He is fighting through this as it's a fresh set of downs. The clock continues to run. Under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. 28-12. McDaniel takes the snap, rolls out, fires, has his man. It is Grayson McDaniel to the 45, and he's tackled at the 42. So a good rollout play there, Chris. I like seeing the Jays get the ball in the air.
Yeah, right there. Just fake the ISO, just play action pass, and slip Grayson McDaniel into the flat there. He's wide open.
Under center, Josiah McDaniel. 1st and 10, ball on the Pioneers 43. Takes the snap, hands off up the middle. It's the fullback, Brock Benson, and he will spin multiple times to the 35, and that's where they'll spot it. Nope, the 36. 2nd and 3. 7:25 to go in the ball game. Out of the gun, McDaniel takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw. Deep ball down the far sideline. He's got his man! And they're saying it's incomplete. He dropped it. Xander Nowak was open. He had it, and he dropped it there in the near corner, far side of the end zone. They went for it on that play, Chris.
Yeah, they did.
So now...
That's a catch you got to make.
Yeah. 3rd and 3 on the 36. Under center, McDaniel. I think he pulled the handoff and kept it himself, rolling up the middle. It'll bring up 4th and maybe short here.
You're going to give him a first down.
So they are going, it is enough for a first down. The Jays move the chains. And now it will be spotted on the 33. 6:50 to go in the ball game. Time is of the essence. McDaniel from shotgun. No, he'll take it under center. I formation. Sets his man in motion. That's Grayson McDaniel. Takes the snap, spins around, hands off to Cole Wilcox, gets bumped, stays on his feet, and the 4th, maybe the 5th tackle had to come over and help a bunch of Pioneers in front of Cole Wilcox. He didn't really have anything to do, Chris.
Yeah, nowhere to go there, just a stalemate at the line of scrimmage.
So now, 2nd and 9 on the 32. 6 minutes to go. From shotgun, Josiah McDaniel. Brock Benson to his left. Takes a snap, steps back, looks to throw. McDaniel, he's going to get rid of it. He tried to find Xander Nowak, and it hits the turf. Stopping the clock at 5:52. That's one of the main positives out of that play there, Chris.
Yeah, about the only positive thing to come out of that play is the clock stop. But again, now you're looking at 3rd and 9, but you got 2 downs to get the first down. I'd like to see him come back to that play action, fake the ISO, and slip the wing back out into the flat.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially to the wide side of the field.
So here come the Jays on 3rd and 9. They have 4 seconds to get this play off here. And they do. Takes a snap, keeps it himself, and he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Took too much play clock. So now this brings
Josiah's upset with himself. He knew he should have given that ball.
So it was an option play. Josiah kept it, and then he gets tackled. Loss of 2. It brings up 4th and 11 here on the Pioneers 34. If the Pioneers stop this, Chris, it just really becomes that much harder.
Yeah, it becomes that much more difficult. Yeah, I mean, it's just so right now I look for, maybe a play action pass, roll Josiah out, get him out outside the pocket and give him the chance to, if he has to, pick it up with his legs. But again, flood the zone. Maybe a tight end drag from the backside.
So they will have it, like I said, on the 34 in Pioneers territory. What a year it has been for the Providence Pioneers. They come into this game knowing how strong the Blue Jays are. And, Chris, I think you can go ahead and say it. They prepared well for the Jays. They were expecting a lot of the things that they saw.
Yeah, they're very well prepared. And I tell you what, let's be honest. I mean, finally a team that physically could match up with North Judson.
Yeah. And that's something we've kind of talked about before. We talked with Brett Lambert, what was it, a year ago, where he said he really misses having that game week 6 against Culver Academy. Whereas week 6 this time around was a blowout. Having a formidable opponent midway through the season towards the end is very important, and that's what head coach Brett Lambert had implored to us on the Saturday Sports Line last year. You remember?
Yeah. Losing an opponent like CMA, that's huge, just because of the physicality.
That game always provided amazing entertainment between the Eagles and the Blue Jays, but now it's the Pioneers and the Blue Jays in the state championship game on 4th and 11. He finds his man over the middle. He's got it to the 10, spins out to the 5. He's going to get the first down and more. It'll be 1st and goal for the Blue Jays here. Huge play for the Jays.
Yeah, Logan Pratke on the backside post. But Josiah McDaniel doing a good job of going through his progressions and found Pratke wide open there.
Knocking on the door are the Jays. 1st and goal on the 3. Quarterback keep up the middle, and he will be snuffed out at the 2. 5 minutes to go exactly in this state championship matchup. 28-12, the Jays trail. And now there may be an injury timeout here as 71 for the Pioneers. Peyton Dunn, the freshman, slow to get up.
No, it's 77.
77, thank you. Austin Chanley, the junior, slow to get up, 6'3", 290. And we haven't really talked about that D-line, Chris. A lot of 6-footers over 220 pounds or more. Very, very big and very strong as they've shown us today. So here we go. 2nd and goal. Ball on the 2. McDaniel under center. Brock Benson behind him. He'll take the snap. Hands off to Brock up the middle, and he's snuffed out again at the 2, Chris. My goodness. This will bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, again, not much movement up front. Again. Oh, had a handful of face masks and nothing called.
3rd and goal on the 2. Quarterback keep up the middle. Josiah McDaniel working his way forward. Short again.
4th down.
So now it's 4th and goal. 4:10 to go in the ball game, and the Jays are trying to put points on the board here. They need it now. Head coach Brett Lambert is yelling the play. Here they come. McDaniel.
Timeout.
So they will call a timeout. The communication wasn't just there. They didn't understand what play he wanted them to roll. So that will burn the 3rd and final timeout of this ball game, Chris, for the Jays.
Yeah, that makes it, boy.
Yeah. What do you say?
It's all going to come down to, well, you got to punch it in here, number 1. Then you got to convert the 2-point conversion. So you got to worry about those 2 plays. You can't be thinking about whether or not you're going to go for onside kick or kick it deep yet, because there's so much that has to happen before you get to that point. Because if you score here and you don't get the 2 conversion, you have to go for the onside kick.
Right.
If you score and make the 2-point conversion, there's still enough time to where you can actually get a stop defensively.
Right. Clock
so
is.
You don't have to kick the onside.
Yeah, and the clock is stopped at 3:53. It's literally on the 1-yard line, ladies and gentlemen. 4th and goal on the 1. The Providence Pioneers defense is holding strong right now, and the Jays are coming up with a play here that they hope can get them into the end zone. It's 28-12. If they get the 6, that would put them at 28-18.
There are a lot of people, that the inadvertent whistle. Let's go back to that. I mean, it was 21-12 at that point. So, I mean, it's still a 2-possession game, being down 9 for the Jays. So
it wouldn't have been
It makes it a little bit more difficult, but
right.
Yeah.
It's not the whole story of the game, but it is a piece that the Jays could have got the ball back and potentially scored there. They would have had to score to make it worth it.
You're right.
So a lot of, what ifs. I formation, 4th and goal. Josiah McDaniel takes a snap, toss out Cole Wilcox. He's going to get it. Touchdown, Blue Jays. 6 more points to book. So now they go for 2.
I tell you what, I come back, same formation,
Yep.
Other side of the field, and run the same play the other way.
Yep. So this time they get Cole Wilcox inside, and now they will be going for 2. This would make it 28-20, a 1-possession ball game like Chris said. The Jays need this. I formation, Josiah McDaniel takes a snap. It's exactly what Chris said. Cole Wilcox, 2-point conversion! 28-20. The Jays aren't done yet.
It's like I've coached this game a time or two.
The exact play that they just ran for the touchdown, Chris said, I'd flip it, go the other way. Well, what do you think they did, folks? tough resilience by the Jays. They're not going down without a fight. You go through several things that the Jays have been through. A lot of teams would fold. Not the Jays, not in Indy, not at Lucas Oil, not here, not now. 3:49 to go. We've got a ball game here. You look at the stats here, Chris. Kemp hasn't really been able to get things going in this second half while he had that big touchdown run. Other than that big play, he's really been contained. And like you said, C.J. Sanchez got to him a couple of times, if not that one time you had mentioned, and he planted a big boy on him.
So it looks like Providence is going to line up here like North Judson's going to go for the onside kick.
I don't think they need to do it. Do you?
Well, if you don't do it, you got to pin them deep.
Yep.
And you got to force a 3-and-out.
And I think that's what they're talking about. Remember, the Jays have no timeouts left. None. So this will be interesting. They will kick it closer to the far hash. Logan Pradke has shown us amazing things, as well as the rest of this specialty teams unit. He looks like he's going to get a heck of a running start here. He will try the onside kick. And it looks like the Pioneers will come up with it. It was close there, Chris. It got the bounce the Jays wanted, too.
Yeah, it didn't go the 10 yards, though. Or wait. Actually, it did go the 10 yards.
Yeah,
it was right there for the Jays to take.
It was right there. And it got the bounce. It bounced over a Pioneer. And the Jays almost came up with it, but they pounced on it. So now Providence has it on the Jays' 48-yard line with 3:47 to go. Now, hey, if you're Providence here, Chris, you got to wonder, you can't almost play different. If you're Providence, you want to play the same way because you don't want to give the Jays back. You don't want to be too careful here if you're Providence. Kemp under center, takes the snap, pulls the handoff, comes to the near sideline. The Jays are crashing. They're going to tackle him at the 50. He's going to lose 2 on the play. 2nd and 12 coming up next. 3:30 to go in the ball game. They are containing Kemp well right now. Next play, 2nd and 12. I didn't lose you, did I, Chris?
No, I'm just
okay.
Watching what's going on here.
Takes the snap, spins around, hands off to Ross. He'll get tackled at the 47. So this will bring up 3rd down here. The clock continues to tick. 2:50 to go. One more play, and it's 4th down here.
Yeah, if North Judson gives up a first down here, this game's over.
They have to stop it right here and right now on the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 8. Providence. Wow, what a story we have seen today. It's definitely another one for the archives. 3rd and 8. They'll trot up to the line of scrimmage. Preston Kemp has shown us who he is today. He's got trips to the left. Out of the gun, sets his man in motion, takes a snap, quarterback keep. The Jays won't stop him. He'll cut to the 30, to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Preston Kemp put 6 more points on the board. 2:08 to go in the ball game.
Big-time play by a big-time player.
Logan Pradke tried to track him down. He couldn't get there. So they will kick the extra point. That was an emphatic moment right there for Providence. The Jays needed that play right there. Snap, hold, kick, up, clean, and it is good. 35-20. And Blue Jay Nation, along with myself and Chris McGowan, are stunned. You watch a team dominate all year long. And when I say dominate all year long. And this is just not something we are used to. So much adversity. The Jays kept fighting. They never gave up. Like I had said a few moments ago, they could have folded. Some teams would. The emotional swing of the botched whistle. But the Jays fought back. They didn't let that bother them. They put points on the board. Providence just had a little bit more juice here today. With 2:08 to go, the Jays could still score here, though, Chris, very quickly, and we've seen that.
Well, yeah, they've had some great kickoff returns here all game long. So if you're Providence, you don't want to put this into the bag just yet.
So set to kick are the Providence Pioneers. We'll see what kind of kick they provide for the Jays. It'll be a squib to the 30. Picked up. Oh, hits a J. Logan Pradke picks it up, though. And now here he comes to the 15. Wrapped up and tackled. Oh, fumble on the play. And the Pioneers are going to pick it up. Jeez.
Trying to make a lot happen. Can't fault him, just trying to make things happen.
He was. Yeah, it was nothing at his fault. He was trying to create space. He actually broke that tackle. He spun out of it. And a Panther just got a hold, or the Pioneers, my goodness, the Pioneers just got a hold of the ball, and it came loose from Pradke, unfortunately. But the squib kind of had an issue there for the Jays. It bounced over Aiden Christensen, and then Logan Pradke picked it up, and he had to improvise from there.
Yeah, so Providence going to line up in the victory formation here and take a knee.
And now it'll bring up 2nd and 11. 1:40 to go. The last minute 40 of the ball game before Providence becomes state champions. You have to give credit where credit is due. This Providence team came in. They stayed undefeated all year long. They fought all their way here. They will take the knee. Last minute 15 here. They have never won a state championship. This will be their first appearance and their first state championship in the history of Providence Pioneer football.
Now, they were in the state championship back in the 90s.
Oh, 93. Thank you. Yes, 93. That's correct. I see that here now. It's been since 1993. Since they've been here, they finally get one, and they will line up for victory formation on 3rd and 12, and that should do it. That will be the end of the ball game, the final here at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. It's 35-20. The Jays unfortunately fall, and they will end their season at 14-1. Providence will end theirs at 14-0. They go undefeated and make it happen all the way here in Indianapolis. And you can tell this is a tough one for the Jays right now. So much riding on this season. It just didn't happen here in the big show, Chris.
Yeah, you gotta give credit to the Providence Pioneers. Executed the game plan to perfection, and you know that second half was 14-14.
Well, there are festivities. Of course, the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays will be awarded state runner-up, so they are still being awarded here today. They are one of the best teams in the entire state of Indiana in terms of 1A, and like Chris said, they could move up and play some 2A teams, 3A, maybe some 4A teams like we've talked about. The Jays are nothing to scoff at. This is a history behind the Blue Jays that has been here for a long, long time. Football is a lot to the people in North Judson. They love this sport so much. Head coach Brett Lambert and company, they do so much. And then also think about the younger levels, the middle school levels, the peewee levels. A lot of things that North Judson does to grow these young men up through the football program. This is why they're here today, because of all the work that they did growing up at North Judson, playing at the lower ranks. We've talked about it before, the passion for this sport. The Blue Jays love it, and I don't think this is the last time that they will be here. While it took a long time to get back, I don't think this will be the last time the Blue Jays make it to Indianapolis, Chris.
Hey, mute my mic.
It just is an interesting way to go out. The Jays just couldn't get it done, unfortunately, but the final 35-20. The Providence Pioneers beat the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. We're going to take a break and come back. Our Collins Insurance postgame show is up next. We'll talk with Chris, break this down. Man, tough way to go out for the Jays, but we will continue the job here and talk things over with Chris McGowan down on the field. Don't go anywhere. The Collins Insurance postgame show is on the way.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show. Let's get back to Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
35-20 is the final as the Providence Pioneers are Class 1A Indiana State champions, as they beat the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Mitch Columbi along with sideline sports analyst Chris McGowan. Quite an impressive performance by the Pioneers. Quite an impressive historic season for our Blue Jays. It has been an honor to broadcast for them along with our other 5 football teams in our area that we cover. But let's go ahead and check in with Chris McGowan. Chris, your overall thoughts right now at this moment?
Well, hold on a second. They're getting ready to announce the Mental Attitude Award winner.
Absolutely. Well, we'll keep things going up here in the booth right now. Just upsetting. It looks like they are going to give it Mental Attitude Award to Brock Benson. As Chris just mentioned, they were going to award the Mental Attitude Award, and it is Brock Benson for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. He is getting a picture right now. Definitely not the award he had hoped he would be holding today. But man, still very, very deserving. Of course, we've talked with Brock Benson, one of our Tyler Roth WKVI Athletes of the Week. Such a great young man, a fighter, a good football player. He's the all-time rushing leader at North Judson-San Pierre. Man, he has a lot of accolades under his belt, and man, just a sad way to go out for the Blue Jays here in this one. Chris, I don't even see where you are out onto the field. I'm trying to find you here.
50-yard line.
Oh, there you are. There you are. So, yeah, Chris, let's talk about it. I need somebody to chat with. Man, just a tough way for the Jays to go out.
Yeah, it's a tough way, but again, what a ride that they put this community on. Nothing to hang their heads over. Providence is a pretty good football team, and obviously a really good football team. But again, so many what ifs. The second half, North Judson played more of their football than they did the first half. That's for sure. But give Providence all the credit in the world. They came out that first half and just dominated the time of possession, which is what they needed to do to build that lead.
The Jays kind of creeped up on the time of possession at the end of this ball game. The Providence Pioneers ended up with 25 minutes and 38 seconds time of possession to Judson's 22 minutes and 22 seconds. So the Jays caught back up, but man, 302 total yards for the Pioneers, 227 total yards for the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays had 59 passing yards to Pioneers 48. Judson had 168 rushing yards to Pioneers 254, Chris. So Kemp, he got it running, and did he do such a good job for the Pioneers?
Yeah, he did. The quarterback there, he's tough. A lot of athletes Providence possesses, and then, you got the big offensive and defensive line. Again, just a quality football team, a very good football team in Providence. So, again, North Judson, nothing to hang their heads over. Providence, I think, in one poll was ranked 2, and the other polls they were ranked 3. So, again, just a very good football team.
Yeah, it also looks like each time the Jays got in the red zone, which was twice, they were 2 for 2 on red zone appearances. The Pioneers were 3 for 4 on red zone appearances. The Blue Jays had 15 first downs. Pioneers had 14. The Jays were 5 for 11 on third downs. The Pioneers were 7 for 12 on fourth downs. The Pioneers were 1 for 1, and the Jays were 2 for 2. Total plays today, Chris: 52 total plays for the Pioneers, 47 total for the Jays. Pretty interesting story when you look at the stat line.
Yeah, the tale of two halves.
Yeah.
Providence dominated that first half and time of possession, and plays ran, and North Judson did the exact opposite in the second half. Just one of those deals you can't put yourself that far behind.
Well, we definitely aren't going to pressure any of the coaches or anything, and we're going to let them just go through this right now. Of course, we'll talk with head coach Brett Lambert this coming weekend on the Saturday Sports Line next week, so we're not going to shove a microphone in their face. They've had enough microphones shoved in their face unless they absolutely come up to Chris and want to talk to him, but we've still got some work to do. We've got to come up with a Stark County Co-op play of the game. We've also got to come up with our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. That's all here in the Collins Insurance post-game show, so don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere. Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox. Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989. Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op play of the game. Let's return to the voices of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
35-20 is the final as the Providence Pioneers become Class 1A state champions over our North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are state runner-ups. A historic season for the Jays. Let's send it down to the sideline on that beautiful Colts field where Chris McGowan is standing. Chris, what do you think our Stark County Co-op play of the game is?
Well, I hate to say it, but the inadvertent whistle. Granted, like I said, it still would have been a two-possession game, but all the momentum had switched and swung to North Judson's side. And then the inadvertent whistle, so Judson has to punt again. And then on the second play after the inadvertent whistle, Kemp takes it 50 yards for a score.
Yeah.
So just more that Judson had to overcome. But, again, I hate to say it, but, and I'm not one that cries or complains about, things, but, accidents happen. But again, that was a big momentum killer.
That was.
In the second half there.
Well, and I mean, not to take anything away from the officials. They have a job to do. Everything is tough in the moment. You've got to make a decision and things happen. It's inadvertent. But, man, that rule about having to redo the down, man, that's an interesting one. It's just – I guess that's what you have to do in that situation due to the rules being what they are. But, man, you're right, Chris. You lose the momentum. You had everything on your side, and then it's taken away. You come up with that fumble recovery, and if the Jays score, of course, that's an if. We can't just assume that they would score, but if the Jays score there, it would then be 21-18, correct?
Right.
And if they go for two, it could be 21-20 if they get it. That's a big if now. We don't want to say that would happen. We're just saying if that would happen, that's what could have happened. And
yeah, I mean, it's a big play. I mean, it makes the game totally different. And how you call the game and how you use your timeouts, everything.
Well, it's something we'll always remember. Man, and I'm sure that individual on the field, the official, will remember that as well. I'm sure they're talking about it, and I'm sure he feels terrible about it. Nobody wants to make the wrong call. These guys are top-notch, some of the best in the state, and that's why they're here doing a state game, Chris. I mean, these guys aren't just pulled off the street. These are some of the best high school football refs in the state of Indiana.
Yeah, it's just sad that it had to happen on the biggest stage of all.
Well, we're going to take a break and come back for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. That's up next here in the Collins Insurance postgame show. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere. Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox. Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989. Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Mitch.
Thanks, John. It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson-San Pierre High School who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-Star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Down on the field has been our color commentator, sports analyst Chris McGowan, the entire game here in Indianapolis. Quite an honor for him. Let's go ahead and send it down to Chris and see who he believes is our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game.
Mitch, I think it's only fitting that we give it to the 7 seniors.
Okay.
From North Judson.
Yeah.
So if you got the roster up there, if you want to go ahead and name off the seniors for North Judson, I think it's only fitting that we give the Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game to those kids who have played their last game for North Judson.
Yeah, let me get through the list here. I have it right here. The 7 seniors for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays: Josiah McDaniel, Cole Wilcox, Trey McGowan, Brock Benson, Cole Kozakar, Tegan Hampton, Harley Box, and, of course, Braden Staten. They are some of the best Blue Jays to ever come through North Judson, Chris. We've talked about that before. The records that they had done just 2 years ago, the all-time rushing record was broken. Then this year, Brock Benson broke it. This is a heavily decorated senior class for the Blue Jays.
It is, and it will they'll go down in history, and another picture added to the Wall of Fame in North Judson-San Pierre High School. But again, like I said, nothing to hang their heads over. They can be proud of what they've accomplished, and they've set a standard that needs to continue on and be met by future Blue Jays that are listening right now as they're heading out of the stadium or in their car heading back to North Judson. All those little future Blue Jays. You know what you got to do.
Well, and even this, Chris, I know it hurts, it stings to come up short, but you got the experience. You got guys all year long that were underclassmen or juniors that had a lot of minutes, had a lot of varsity minutes. A lot of these Blue Jays games were over in the first half. So these guys got such an experience with this senior class. They get the knowledge and knowing what it's like to play in a stadium like this. It only means the future can get better. To take positives away, the fan base got to come down to Indianapolis together. It was a family affair over Thanksgiving. I mean, take some positives away here, Chris. You got to be down on the field. I got to do a game up in the booth. What an amazing. And there's Brock Benson going over to hug Chris McGowan. That's how close that we are with these guys. We've been there for them. We fight for them, and we want to see them succeed. But I'll be honest with you, Chris, I am so proud of this Blue Jay team. They didn't let me down. They didn't let anyone down. They didn't let anyone in North Judson down. They went out on a high note. They just didn't get it done the way they wanted to, but they're here in Indianapolis. They're here at Lucas Oil Stadium. I'm sure you're just as proud of them, too.
I am, and, it's going to be a long bus ride home, but, again, like I said, they got nothing to hang their heads over. They got beat by a very good football team today, and I think if these two teams play 10 times, it's probably 5-5.
Yeah. Well, and then Kemp had trouble in that second half. He wasn't able to do what he had hoped to do in that second half. He had his way in the first half. He got a couple of touchdowns there in the second half, but those were just off of big plays. For the most part, the Jays really did tighten things up defensively against him. It just didn't go their way today. But such positive things to take away from this experience. Man, it's hard to watch, but yet proud, very proud that they made it here. I mean, would you rather have gone out last week like the last 3 years in a row or actually get here? I would rather get here, Chris.
Exactly. And, this is an experience that they're never going to forget. And just one of those deals, you come up short, and you know what? The sun's going to come up tomorrow, and I'm sure come Monday there's probably going to be kids in the weight room already.
Yeah. Probably this evening, knowing them. Well, KVB's WKVI Sports has completed another historic football season to all of our area teams: West Central, Winamac, Culver Community, Knox, Oregon Davis, South Central, Tri-Township, and North Judson-San Pierre. Thank you. I thank you for allowing us full access to your athletic programs this fall. To the listeners, it has been an honor to help continue this amazing tradition that began so long ago and is so close to many of your hearts. The amazing athletes that have come through all of these schools have helped make what we do at WKVI so special, and why you look forward to every broadcast as well. I thank all of you, for letting me be part of it. We also remind you to join us each weekend throughout the school year for the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We always have several of our area head coaches on hand as we go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. If you ever miss the Saturday Sports Line, if you missed this morning's Saturday Sports Line, don't worry. We remind you of the Saturday Sports Line replay every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Central. We also invite you to follow us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Final word from the oil can in Indianapolis, Chris.
Don't hang your heads, Blue Jays. Like I said, the sun's going to rise tomorrow. Be proud of what you've been able to accomplish and all the records that you've set the last 4 years. I mean, think about this for a second, Mitch. You know, you make it to semi-state 4 years in a row. You get to the state finals this year. All the extra weeks of practice. I mean, just the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
They've had 2 extra full seasons of practice.
Yep.
So, I mean, it only bodes well for the future. And you know, I'm telling you right now, there are a lot of people who think that North Judson's going to kind of fall off the face of the earth.
No, not this.
No, no. They're still going to be pretty darn good next year.
Yeah.
So, and they're going to be even more hungry.
Oh, guaranteed. You get a taste like this in Indianapolis. Well, let's talk about this, though, Chris. I mean, we get to be with those guys behind the scenes and get to know them as human beings. You know, a lot of broadcasting companies, they just interview you day of and that's it. We actually get to hang out with these guys and get to know them on a personal level. It's really interesting how my relationship with all of our area schools, all of our athletic directors, all the coaches, we've been able to build up a really good rapport with these schools. And the Blue Jays, it's been an honor to broadcast for them. I know it was an honor for you to be here today as well.
Yeah, it was. And like I said, and me personally, having 3 nephews on the team and a brother being the defense coordinator and a brother-in-law as an assistant coach, I really get to know these kids even more probably than you do. But you're with them. You're interviewing them week in and week out. Well, you're right. We get to know these kids on a personal basis, and you know, we root for them just as much as their parents do.
Well, I appreciate doing another season with you, Chris. It's always an honor to have you down on the sideline. I know a lot of people don't understand that you're actually on the sideline, but the fact that you are able to do that and we are able to do this together, it's been an honor, our 3rd one together. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for me. You're one of my best friends, and I mean that, Chris. I really do from the bottom of my heart. It was an honor to broadcast with you, man.
Yeah, it has been, and I'm going to go ahead and take my mic off, and I'm going to head the elevator up. I'm going to come up and see you.
Well, our final in this one from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, the Providence Pioneers beat the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays for a state championship. 35-20 was the final. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School football. For our sideline sports analyst Chris McGowan, our in-game announcer John Thompson, I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, L&D Farms, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, USW Local 9551, Collins Insurance, McGrath Refrigeration, Web Printing, and JT's Shirt Shack, Kankakee Valley REMC, Osborne Advantage Real Estate, Keener Construction, LAP Waste, Sideline Automotive, Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5 Star. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Touchdown! Well, a very tough loss for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays as they fall to the Providence Pioneers 35-20. What an amazing season, though, for the Blue Jays. They have nothing to be ashamed of. They left everything they had out on this beautiful field you see behind me. Congratulations to Providence on becoming state champions today. They made it happen. 35-20, as I said, was the final. As I always remind you, join us every weekend throughout the school year for the Saturday Sports Line. We will talk with head coach Brett Lambert next Saturday to talk about today's unfortunate news, but the Blue Jays become state runner-ups. Congratulations to the Blue Jays on a wonderful season as they ended at 14-1 here from Lucas Oil.